welcome you to Snider Sports Stadium for tonight's regional matchup between the visiting Class 6A number 10 state ranked.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Uh-oh. 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 2. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home or when you're on the go. Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to high school football on SummitCitySports.com. We are coming to you live from Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School. My name is Ryan Dellinger, and I will be your host for tonight's regional championship game between the home team, the 11-0, number 2 ranked 6A Snider Panthers, and the visitors on the scoreboard, the 7-4, number 10 ranked 6A Carmel Greyhounds. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, Parkview Sports Medicine is the go-to for all local sports, with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athletes on and off the field. Check it out at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. To make Parkview Sports Medicine part of your team, give us a call at 266-4007 or log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Parkview's new Ortho Express Clinic is your new home for all your orthopedic needs. Instant access to physicians, x-rays, physical therapy, performance, and our sports dietitians are all at your fingertips at the new Parkview Ortho Express. We meet the athletes when and where they are playing inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse with evening and weekend hours. Parkview Ortho Express. Learn more at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, it is a chilly night here in Northeast Indiana as the Carmel Greyhounds make the 2-hour trip up north to play the Snider Panthers in the regional championship game. The head coach of Carmel is John Herbert. He's 27-11 in his third year at Carmel. Kurt Tippmann, 97-20 in his ninth year at Fort Wayne Snider. The all-time meetings between these two teams is Carmel's led 1-5 and Snider just 4. The last time they met was clear back in 2009 in the regional on a cold, chilly night that night as well. The Carmel Greyhounds left with the title over Snider 10-7. That game played out at Wayne Stadium. For the Snider Panthers, they come into this game averaging 45 points, only giving up 13. They got here in the sectional by beating Homestead and Carroll. They beat Homestead 37-0, and they beat Carroll last week in the sectional championship 52-14. For the Carmel Greyhounds, they come into this game 7-4, but don't let that record just say anything about this Carmel team. They are outstanding. They score 20, they give up 19, but their losses are to one of the best teams in the country, Louisville Trinity, Ben Davis, Warren Central, and also Center Grove. They had some issues with their quarterback midway through the season. He was injured, but he's back and better than ever now for this regional championship game. We'll take about a 1-minute timeout, and we will come back with the keys to the game, and that will be my broadcast partner tonight, Joe Donnelly, with the keys to the game, coach at St. Francis. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We are coming to you live from Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School for tonight's regional championship game between the 11-0 Snider Panthers and the 7-4 Carmel Greyhounds. Snider in the coaches poll and AP check in at number 2 this week, and Carmel at number 10 in both polls as well. Tonight, my broadcast partner, I'll get it right this time, it's Pat Donnelly of the St. Francis Cougars. Welcome to tonight's show.
Ryan, really appreciate it. Looking forward to this one. I tell you what a great football game. What a great setting here in Fort Wayne. I tell you what, one of the biggest things at this time of the year, the game is going to be won in the trenches. No question about it. Both of these offensive and defensive lines are outstanding. Both teams, both defenses, I believe, are going to try to make the other offense one-dimensional, stop the run first. And I tell you what, Snider's keys to victory, no question about it. Up front, and Christian Covington has got to be the man here, Ryan. I tell you what, has been the workhorse all year for the Panthers. He's got to do it again On the flip side, Barnett and McDowell, the defensive tackles, have got to play outstanding to stop this great run game from the Greyhounds. I tell you what, those two players have got to be big tonight. And I tell you what, again, they're going to try to make Snider one-dimensional, make him throw the football. Michael Hopper's got to make timely throws when it matters the most, no question about it. Then for the Carmel side, I tell you what, handle the elements. 2-hour drive like we talked about. This is the first game for the Greyhounds on natural surface. So it's going to be a definite challenge for them. Tell you what, they're balanced offensively, and they have to continue that balance. Again, McDowell was back. The quarterback who's been injured for a period of time is back, playing good football these last few weeks. Then finally, I tell you what, they play arguably the toughest schedule in the entire state of Indiana. They're prepared for this. They've had challenges all year, like you mentioned. Louisville Trinity, one of the greater programs in the entire Midwest. Ben Davis, arguably the best team in the state. They've played those tough teams. Center Grove, Warren Central. They've been in tough situations, adverse circumstances before. It's all about how they respond tonight. Again, 2-hour trip, natural surface, great football team that Snider has. It's going to be a heck of a football game.
Absolutely. I expect a highly skilled game tonight between these two high-level teams. Well, with that, we'll take one more timeout here before halftime. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
And we're back live here at Spooler Stadium. Neither team out on the field right now. The element's fairly cold, very cold here for Northeast Indiana right now. We're down into the mid-20s. My cameraman's bundled up like the kid in the Christmas Story right now. He can barely move his arms. So let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the Carmel Greyhounds. They'll start at quarterback. Number 13, Jake McDonald, a senior, 6'1", 182 on the season, an injury season where he hurt his knee midway through the season. He's 68 for 135 for 879 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and has also ran the ball quite well as the starting quarterback. They've got a very good running back tonight for Carmel. Kamari Hunt, number 16, a junior, 6'1", 188. On the season, 920 yards, 8 touchdowns. Also has 10 catches for 106. They will start at wide receiver, number 87, Jack Ramadel. He's a senior, 6 foot, 161. On the season, 162 yards on 12 catches and 4 touchdowns. Atticus Close is a name you're going to want to watch all night tonight. He is a speedy, shifty receiver. He will also do kickoff and punt return duties as well for the Carmel Greyhounds. He's a senior, 6 foot, 163 on the season, 45 catches, 618 yards, 7 touchdowns. Wesley Watson, there will be another wide receiver. He's a taller wide receiver, 6'2", 174, 7 receptions, 81 yards, and his number is 80. At tight end, they'll send Hoken Van Banen, number 48, a sophomore, 6'1", 207. 1 catch on the season for 7 yards. They've got a big experience line. Matt Keplinger, number 51, a junior, 6'3", 267, will start at left tackle. Caleb Schaefer, number 53, a junior, 6'5", 308, will be the left guard. At center will be Zach Bowman, number 75. At right guard, John Van Zetta, number 63. Number 64, Chase Southard, will start at right tackle for the Carmel Greyhounds. On defense, they will run a 3-4 tonight. Defensive tackle will be Bo Robbins and Vance Rodebush. At nose tackle will be number 90, Cole Brevard, and he is a big guy in the middle of the field for Carmel. He takes up a lot of room, and I watched some tape on him, Pat. They love to everybody I watch double team that big guy.
Yeah, you got to take care of that big nose man. I tell you what, in a 3-4 scheme, that guy usually occupies 2 gaps. The offensive line really makes things chaotic in the middle of the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they'll have 4 very good linebackers. Number 40, Alex Brown. He's a senior, 5'11", 185 with 70 tackles. And Ben Leary, number 34, will start at inside linebacker. Also at inside linebacker, number 56, Matt Boyer. At outside linebacker will be Joey Schmidt, number 42. At the cornerbacks, Matt Fortier. And the cornerback will be number 14, Mark Allen. At safeties, they will start Will Padgett and Nate Fry. Those are your starting unit for the Carmel Greyhounds tonight as they take on the Snider Panthers. For the Panthers, they'll start at quarterback. A senior, number 10, Michael Hoppert, on the season has passed for 1,583 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His QBR at this time of the year has jumped up to 116. It has actually gotten better in the playoff time, Pat.
I'll tell you what, he's really had an outstanding playoff run. And I tell you what, last week with Carroll, really loading the box up, trying to, again, make Snider one-dimensional team, and Michael Hoppert did an outstanding job of taking what was available in the passing game. Yeah,
absolutely, and he has done a masterful job at throwing the ball all over the field. He has picked out the right receivers at almost all the time here in the second half of the season. He's hit the right guy. They'll have it running back, a big guy, Christian Covington, 5'10", 190 on the season, 1,348 yards with 24 touchdowns. And the thing about Christian is, Pat, he only plays about half a game. Can you imagine what he would have done if he played every quarter of every game?
Absolutely. I tell you what, like I said in the opening there, he is the workhorse for the Snider Panthers. Outstanding football player. Just received his first Division I scholarship this week from Indiana State, so I'm sure he's going to be extra motivated tonight.
Absolutely. And then the wide receiver, they will start as sophomore, Michael Lido Jr., number 7. He on the season with 4 touchdowns, 209 yards. The other wide receiver will be David Knockason, number 2, the leading receiver on the team. His senior, 5'8", 155, 32 catches for 524 yards and 6 TDs. They'll go with the double tight end look tonight, and at one tight end's position will be number 88, Drew McCready, a senior, 6'3", 195. 3 touchdowns on the season. At the other tight end position will be Simon Dellinger, a junior, 6'6", 215 pounds with 215 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, and already has an offer from the United States Military Academy at West Point. At left tackle, it'll be Garrett Carroll, number 72. At left guard, Jackson Reed, number 59. At center will be Caleb Isley, number 53. Will Schwartz will start at right guard, number 58. Number 71, a sophomore, 6'6", 275 pounds. Number 71, Randy Holtz, will start at right tackle for the Panthers. On defense, and this is a solid defense, Pat, from the last couple years. Some of these guys have played in the state championship already, so they know what it takes to get the job done, and they will have their hands full tonight against a very good Carmel team.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, look at these defenses. They're experienced groups. Even from the Carmel side, a lot of younger players, but I tell you what, they've got some big-time players too. Bo Robbins, you mentioned, as a defensive end, as a junior defensive end, already Big Ten offers, is an outstanding player, also another outside backer, or an outside backer on the other side. Looking at it here, sorry about lost my place. Joey Schmidt, also another Division I type player, has got some MAC offers already as a junior. Like you mentioned, on the other side, Snider's defense. I tell you what, it all starts in the middle, like I mentioned in the top of the show, with McDowell and Barnett. They've got to control things in the middle. The Greyhounds are very, very strong center and guard. Those two have got to wreak havoc in the backfield all night.
Absolutely, and for the Snider Panthers, they'll start on defensive end, Justin Kopke and Kerry Perry. In the middle of defensive tackles will be Zach McDowell and Lawrence Johnson, headed to Purdue next season. They'll start at linebackers, Jordan Hogue, Brandon Cox, and Austin France. At the Rovers position will be Tavares Brown, and they switched a couple things up on us here late. The cornerbacks tonight will be Darius Morgan and Luke Owens, and the free safety tonight will be Hunter Causey. So he's going to move out of his normal cornerback position and take Ethan Hoover's position. So with that, we've got 1 minute remaining. We'll take our final timeout and come back with live action here from Spooler Stadium. You're watching live high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We're back and ready to go. The coin flip just happened. Snider won the opening coin toss, so they've elected to defer. They'll get the ball to start the second half, so they will kick off to a dangerous Carmel team here to start our game. Kicking off will be Jack James. Not much wind tonight, Pat. It's fairly calm out there, even though the wind is kind of slightly gusting out of the east.
Yeah, really, wind's not a factor tonight. It's just the extreme cold in the 20s with a little bit of wind chill in the 20s. So, again, probably something that these players have not played at any point this year. So it's going to be a factor.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Talked to a few people today from around the area, and they just didn't know about this weather and how it would affect the players tonight. I don't think footing will be quite an issue at all because the field's in fairly good condition to start this regional game.
Yeah, it's fairly dry. I was watching some warm-ups. Again, there were some people that were kind of moving gingerly around it, just trying to kind of get a feel for the cuts and the movement that they can get away with tonight. But again, it's going to be a little different than what Carmel's used to being on turf.
Absolutely, and here we go, ready for regional action as Jack James kicks off down the right side. It's going to come down inside the 10 at about the 8, and it'll be returned by Carmel. They've got a big lane down the right side of the field. Luke Owens out there, and he will stop number 84. So it's a good start for Carmel.
Really nice setup there in the kick return there by the Greyhounds. They kind of set the blocking scheme in one direction and break the return out to the opposite direction. Again, kind of having the Panthers hemmed in a little bit and got the edge to the outside towards the Snider bench.
So that's Bradley on the return there. He'll bring it out to the 44, and Carmel will start in good field position with their first drive. Carmel runs an offense that's similar to the Homestead Spartans, so the Snider Panthers are used to seeing this type of alignment. Actually, this is more of an alignment Carroll ran last week. McDonald will be in the backfield with Kamari Hunt, a very good running back. Here's the whistle. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. They'll move Hunt over now to the left of the quarterback, McDonald. They'll bring the guy across formation. Here's a straight drop. He'll fire quick to the outside. It's short. And Snider in their zone defense right away.
Really great break there, Ryan. I tell you what, the corner on that play, I think it was number 21, was that Causey, I believe?
Yeah, that's Causey.
Did an outstanding job breaking and reading the routes. A speed out there by the Greyhounds, and good solid zone defense there from the corner.
So Causey's going to play corner, and it looks like Luke Owens will move back to that free safety position. Here's a snap to give to Hunt. He'll go into the middle of that big defensive line, break through, and pick up about 2 yards. So the Snider Panthers with a good stop there. Hunt got some good blocking off that left side. And, boy, he's got a big guy over there in Caleb Schaefer.
Yeah, they are great up front. I tell you what, that's a staple of the Greyhound running attack, the inside zone play, where they're trying to get double teams those down linemen, work up to that second level. Really good job there by the Panthers there pursuing the football.
So 3rd and long for Carmel. They will have it 3rd and 7 from their own 47. They'll put 2 receivers to each side. Hunt will stay in the backfield with his quarterback, see if he stays in protection or if he leaks out. He'll stand for protection. Here's the rush, and McDonald throws it on the run, throws it short, and that'll be a 3 and out for the Carmel Greyhounds, and they will have to punt to the Snider Panthers.
Great strong zone defense there again. I tell you what, playing right in front of the sticks where the Panthers played outstanding under coverage from their linebackers, getting under those routes. Really no place for McDonald to go with the football. And again, that's exactly what the Snider Panthers need. A quick 3 and out, get the football with great field position for their offense.
Back to return for the Panthers tonight. It looks like it'll be David Nockeson and Alonzo Derricks back there. Coughlin will punt. Coughlin on the season averaging about 40 yards per punt. And we'll see how the weather affects the punters tonight. There's a good snap. Coughlin looks, a little running kick. It goes down the right side, will bounce around the 25, and then it'll be taken by, and there'll be a personal foul as David Knockeson's hit out of bounds by number 14. Number 14 on that hit, and he'll get a personal foul.
Yeah, it was a rugby punt where the punter actually works to the right side and has kind of a running kick to it. So it's a little bit tough to handle at times. You're looking for a roll there if you're the punt team. Again, one of those situations near the sideline, the returner picks it up, steps out of bounds, and that late hit happens right there, just about a yard from the field of play to get that 15-yard penalty. Big chunk play there in a penalty situation to give the Panthers extra yardage.
So that foul was on Mark Allen. He hit David Knockason just a little bit late out of bounds. I don't know if he realized how much real estate was not over there. So Snider will start in good fielding position at their own 35. And they will set up with a 2-receiver set to each side. They'll have the senior in the backfield. And they'll bring Knockason in motion. They'll fake it, and he'll keep it. Will Hoppert. He'll run, squirt through the right side, bounce off a tackler, and pick up about 4 yards. So a quick run-pass option play right away for the Panthers.
It's a design quarterback run where they create a jet sweep to the right, bring the backside guard and tackle, leading the way for the quarterback design run. Again, create flow to the right, bring the quarterback and the design run back to left. Really nice play design there by the Panthers.
So pick up about 3. Now they'll go back to their normal set. Trip receivers to the top side. Covington in the backfield. Here's the fake. Oh, and he is leveled right away by number 41. Wow. Number 41 on the sack was Bo Robbins.
Yeah, we talked about Bo in the top of the show there. Again, the Division I recruit, Purdue, Indiana offers. Outstanding player, really timed up the snap count there. A lot of movement in that defensive line for the Greyhounds. Again, that's all part of that 3-4 defense, slant, angle, try to hit those gaps with speed. Certainly an example of that right there by the Greyhounds.
So Snider now will be on a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11 from their own 39. It was a sideline warning on the Carmel Greyhounds. Another one of those, and it is a penalty. Snider will have 2 receivers to the top side, 1 to the near side. In the backfield will be Covington. Hoppert's calling out his formations here, and I'm not sure who moved. It was somebody on the left side. Might have been on the tight end, Simon Dellinger. Trying to get a head start. So march the Panthers back 5 more. It'll be 3rd and 16 from their own 29. So the defense playing well for both teams early.
Yeah, it's usually, in a big game like this, work out the jitters, work out the little nervous butterflies that each offense has. You expect the defense to play well in early situations in a game like this. So we're kind of seeing that here both sides.
Carmel shows blitz. Well, they stand it. They'll back out into their zone defense. Hopper's got a big rush coming, gets a block. Now waits for some of his linemen to get up there. He'll rush to the right side, and he's going to slip down and get back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th and 9 for the Panthers, and they will have to punt. They will bring out Jack James. Simon Dellinger will be the snapper. So both teams with quick 3 and outs with 9:50 remaining here in our first quarter from Spooler Stadium.
Much like the Panthers had on that 3rd down that Carmel had on offensively. Carmel shows pressure, bails back into a soft zone, did a great job playing good solid zone defense, forcing Hoppert to make something happen with his feet.
James to kick. Back will be close, I believe, for – there's a low snap. He'll pick it up. He'll kick it, get a nice high spiral off. It'll bounce at the 40, take a big bounce, and keep on rolling. A Snider bounce there. And it'll go down to about the 28 or 27.
Yeah, fortunate situation there for the Panthers. A snap that was a little bit low and mishandled there, and still get away with great field position coming back here.
Yeah, absolutely. Jack James, a good baseball player, so he's got good hands. He plays in the outfield, could play some infield as well. And Carmel will come back out, have the ball with 9:18 remaining here in our first quarter at the regional championship at Spooler Stadium. Homestead will have the ball now on the right hash. They're going to the north. Carmel will have the ball going from the right hash. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's the give to the running back, Hunt. He's got a big hole in the middle. He takes off up the middle, and he'll pick up about 6.
It's that inside zone play again, Ryan. I tell you what, again, that's probably day 1 installation for the Greyhounds in summer camp. That's the base run play. That's again the mainstay for the Carmel offense.
So Carmel now with a good second down play here. They can go run or pass. 2nd and 5. Here's the snap. They'll give it again to Hunt. He'll bounce, and he's taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 1 as Kerry Perry comes in and takes him down quickly.
Perry made a great play there. Also, the interior defensive line, like we talked about with Johnson and McDowell. That was a power scheme. They're bringing the backside guard around, and really those defensive tackles did a heck of a job there of wreaking havoc in the backfield.
I think the one thing you got to watch for Snider is, can they get pressure on the quarterback? You know, Justin Kopke is their leading guy with 6 sacks on the season. Can they get in there and pressure the quarterback? They did it on the last third down. Can they do it again? Here's a snap. 3-step drop. Here's a quick flag. That'll look like a false start on the Greyhounds. They may have called that on the running back because he was standing literally 3 steps away from the running back.
It's almost eerie how these drives have looked similar for both offenses here. You know, getting yourselves in the 3rd and extra long now. Those are tough situations to convert. And, again, both of these defenses play outstanding zone coverage. This is going to be a tough scenario, 3rd and 11.
Absolutely. And you watch a little bit of Carmel. They love that short, quick passing game. Vertically, they don't do a whole lot, but they may have to right here. 3rd and 11 from the 27 is Carmel. 3 receivers to the top side, 1 to the near side. Hunt in the backfield with his quarterback, and Snider drops out of pressure. He'll look, fire, come back, and it will be out of bounds. And Carmel will have to punt with 7:50 remaining here in our first quarter. So this is a chance for Snider maybe to turn some field position.
Absolutely. Again, another great example of great pass defense. I'll tell you what, Causey all over that boundary receiver, playing good solid zone defense, but playing tight back to the football. When he sees that receiver break, that was a comeback route right at the sticks. And again, not a great football. I wonder if McDonald's not real comfortable throwing off his natural surface, a little bit different. I don't care how many times you talk about it's not a big deal. It really is. It's different.
Yeah.
Playing from the artificial field turf to a natural surface. So get a little off balance, a little off target with that throw.
And, he had a knee injury. Maybe it's tightening up in this cold weather. So Coughlin back to punt again for Carmel. Good snap right to him. He'll run up, kick it. Almost has it blocked. And Knockason will catch it, spin around, hit the B button, spins around the guy, and he'll take it into Carmel territory, down around, we'll say about the 48-yard line. They almost blocked that punt.
Yeah, that rugby punt, gets outside the edge. That guy's essentially a guy that you can attack. And he's a ball carrier once he takes that ball outside that tackle box. So, again, the Panthers really can rush that edge and make a play on it, potentially block a kick. I'm sure that's something they worked on all week. But I tell you what, this drive here for the Panthers is so crucial. They've got great field position, set up in plus territory. This offense has got to get going.
Absolutely, and they got to get that run going. The one place I watched a lot of teams run on Carmel this year was right up the middle.
What do you think? So the 3-4 defense, you want to run right at it.
Hopper, it looks like he's going to change the play here. Play clock down to 15. Here's the snap. He'll 3-step drop, and here comes the rush again, and he tries to throw it away, and that will be intentional grounding, I believe.
Wait a minute.
And now that it look like one of the officials is coming in, they're going to converge. That's got to be intentional grounding.
I would think so. And again, what a great call there by the Greyhounds, really timing up their blitzes really, really well. I think Snider may need to look at maybe a different snap count to keep those guys off balance. They're doing a great job getting that inside pressure on the quarterback.
And it's been coming mostly from the right side of the Snider line, the left side of the Carmel side out there. So that'll move the Panthers back, as I believe it may be a spot of the foul, too, in high school football on the intentional grounding. It is. So it's a spot foul. That'll move Snider way back. As they started in good territory, they're all the way back to their own 39-yard line. So they started at the 49, all the way back to their own 39. And it's a loss of down, so 2nd and 20 for the Panthers. They'll light up with 2 tight ends to the left this time.
Ryan, look for their most safe play offensively right here to get some positive yards back here.
Yeah, it'll probably be their blast to the left. And now we look like a Snider player picked up his hand, but they hadn't blown the whistle yet. The snap, the give to Covington. Hopper keeps it. He's running to the right. He's around one guy. He's running down the right side. He's the fastest guy on the field by far. He'll pick up 22 and a first down for the Snider Panthers.
Really great play design there. Again, design quarterback run. There's actually a read play, the zone read play where quarterback reads the unblocked defensive player. He crashes down the line of scrimmage for that run for the running back. Quarterback can pull the football and take it on the edge. What an outstanding play there by the Panthers.
And it looked like the Panthers were going to go left. They lined up the 2 tight ends left, so Carmel was looking that way, and they went the opposite direction. Snider in the same formation now. Here's the snap. The give to Covington. He'll run, and he'll be stopped after about a 2-yard gain.
As the inside zone play is a staple for the Greyhounds offense, the power O or the blast play, as Snider calls it, pulling the backside guard on that power scheme is a staple for the Panthers.
Robbins on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 9 now at the 39 of Carmel. I think that, really, if Hopper, I think, will look for his tight ends a little bit in this game. With that zone that they run, they drop fairly deep, and I think that was the play they were trying to run earlier when the tight end jumped off sides. 2nd and 9 now for the Panthers. Carmel crowding the line. Here comes the blitz. They'll throw it quick to the outside. Caught right there by, that's Michael Lito Jr., and he'll have it close to the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Again, great understanding of the situation. I'm sure the Panthers staff does an outstanding job of scouting their opponent. 2nd down pressure. We've seen 2nd down pressure a few times here, 2nd and long. Inside pressure, throw the ball quickly out versus soft zone coverage to the outside. Great pitch and catch there by the Panthers.
Good tackle by Price out there in open field for Carmel. Here's a snap. He'll roll, looks quickly for his tight end. He'll catch it, and he'll have enough for a first down, and that's Drew McCready. So Snider loves to use those tight ends down the middle of the field, and right there is a first down for the Panthers, their 2nd first down of this drive. The clock down to 6:10.
Ryan, I was going to talk about play-action game is something that Snider does so well, especially utilizing those tight ends. That was a great example of a little boot pass there, taking that tight end to the flat and a wide-open throw.
And that will slow down those linebackers. Here's the give to Covington. He'll run, get through a small hole on the right side. Randy Holtz and Will Schwartz open up some area over there to the right. He'll pick up 3 or 4 for the Panthers. So
that quick side of that Snider offensive line leading the way there on that power scheme. Again, trying to get numbers to the point of attack by pulling the backside lineman. Really good executed play there in the run game.
Snider will bring in Elijah Maxwell. He'll replace Drew McCready, so they'll go with, they're going to spread it out completely now. In the slot now is the running back. Now he'll come in motion. They'll give the ball to Covington. He'll run. Runs through a couple tackles there, and he'll pick up maybe about a yard on that carry, so not a whole lot. The thing is with Covington, if you don't bring him down, he runs through so many tackles.
Big, strong player, no question about it. Again, a little different look. Put him in the slot in an empty formation. They got the tight end on the field, but an empty formation, bring Covington back across in the jet sweep. Again, any way to give that guy the ball, whether it's between the tackles or on the edge, it's always good for the Panthers.
Absolutely. So Snider inside the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone for the first time. They'll bring in Bryson Reinig, and they will run the big power package now. 10 seconds on the play clock. Hopper's looking. Snider may have to burn a timeout here. Play clock down to 8. Hopper doesn't see the play clock, and he's calling for a timeout, and he will take the timeout. And with that timeout, we will take a timeout. You're watching Regional Championship Football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
We're back here out in a timeout break right now. The Panthers use it as they march down to the 20-yard line of Carmel, and they're in good scoring position now. They're 3rd and 1, and see if they stay in that big package. They will. They'll leave Bryson Reinig in there.
Ryan, this is one of those situations. The timeout also gives the Snider Panther staff a chance to talk about, is there 2 downs here? Is it a 3rd down call and a 4th down call, or is it a 3rd down call and kick? So give them a little extra time here to discuss the situation. Again, opportunity, some big-time points here early in the game.
We'll have the tight ends on each side of the formation. Here's a straight drop. He'll look, throw to the outside. Has a wide-open Knockason. He'll jump around one defender, dive for the end zone. Touchdown, Snider Panthers.
Boy, I really love the play call there by the Panthers. Again, what you think, an obvious run situation. Again, you have the Greyhounds crowding the line of scrimmage, ready to stop. Probably that Snider blast play, that power O scheme that they love. Corners bailed out in soft zone coverage, took the speed out to the wide side of the field. Great throw and catch there. Hopper to Knockason. Again, those two have been outstanding these many weeks, last few weeks of this regular season and through the playoffs.
Yeah, great play there by the Snider coaching staff. You saw them crowd the line, and you knew they were going to play soft on the backside, and they did, and Snider burned him with it. Snapping Simon Dellinger, holding Drew McCready, kicking Jack James. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. It's heading towards the right side, and I think he did make it. And so Snider, the first one to score here in our regional championship game. They lead 7-0 over Carmel. You're watching live high school regional football on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
The whistle blows and the Snider Panthers will kick off here in the first quarter, leading 7-0 over the Carmel Greyhounds. A pass play 20 yards. Hoppert to Nockeson gives the Panthers the lead. Here's the kick. It's driven down the right side of the field, received around the 14-yard line, and now there's another big opening for Carmel, and he'll have it out fairly far, out around the 40, and we got a little pushing and shoving going on at the end of the play between a couple players out there, but that's football, and Carmel with good starting position once again, and they will start, I believe, at their own 41-yard line.
Really interesting to see what Carmel does here after having a couple possessions and really have done some things to shoot themselves in the foot, got themselves into a situation behind the sticks and having to convert long third downs, which is definitely difficult at any level, especially the high school level, in a cold day, natural surface. Again, they've got to get the run game going and put themselves in favorable situations to convert third downs.
McDonald in the backfield with Hunt. He's got two receivers to the near side, one on the top. He'll look over to his coaches and get the play now as they'll change it at the line of scrimmage. Here's a snap to give to Hunt right up the middle. He'll squirt through. He's got a big lane in. He's off to the races. Got two guys to beat. And on the tackle will be Tavares Brown, but not after he picks up 40 yards.
Again, great inside zone play again there for the Greyhounds. Really, Snider did not fill that extra gap on the edge. They bounced that thing right outside the zone play to give them that little crease. Really great run, and it's the play that really the Greyhounds really need to get back into this thing.
So Carmel runs off the left side, picks up about 40 yards, down inside the red zone now, the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone for the first time for the Carmel Greyhounds. Here's a give once again to Hunt. He'll run into the middle, and Snider quickly there, and they're trying to rip the ball away, and the officials don't blow the whistle yet. About a pickup of about 2 on the play for Carmel.
Again, same play, a little different different outcome in that situation. Snider very, very stout in the second level, filling those gaps and defending that inside zone play by the Greyhounds.
I'll correct that last call there. It was Downing on the carry, not Hunt on that last carry for Carmel, and he picked up 2. And the ball resting at the 17 of Snider. Here's a snap, 3-step drop. He'll look. Got nowhere to go. And now he'll throw it to the outside and wisely throws it out of bounds. And we have a flag come in late, and it was in the area of holding. As we'll see what the call is here from our official. Holding on Carmel. That will march him back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And that's a long one, Pat, for the Carmel Greyhounds.
I tell you, the thing I really noticed here from the Panthers early on is their secondary's been outstanding. Really playing, it's a matchup zone coverage. Essentially, they're playing 4 deep. I tell you what, there's a lot of man principles within that cover 4 defense. So these corners are really jumping routes pretty quick when they're breaking. I tell you what, not a lot of places for McDonald to go with the football. And again, putting the Greyhounds in a situation, extremely long scenario.
Yeah, McDonald, he's just not being able to get outside. Snider's going up against, Jai Wright twice this year, and he's similar to McDonald in the fact that if he gets outside your ends, he'll tear you up. But Snider's been able to keep him in the pocket and get a little bit of pressure up, get their hands up, and they've put Carmel on a 2nd and 23 now. Here's a snap. He'll look, go back to the right. It's a screenplay out there. And there's a nice tackle by the Panthers as they hit on about a 10-yard pass play.
It was Hunter Causey again, right? I tell you what, an outstanding play by Causey. That's the one guy that makes that play. And I tell you what, that may go for score if he doesn't break loose from that block and make that play on the sideline.
Yeah, that was Klaus on the catch over there. Klaus is their main receiver on the season. He has done a very nice job out there, 618 yards and 7 touchdowns. Snider trying to make up for the big injury to Ethan Hoover last week, as he is done for the season with the knee injury. So Hunter Causey stepping up tonight and playing some good defense for the Panthers. Trip receivers to the near side now. Here's a snap. He'll drop. Look, the blitz comes, and he picks up his receiver, and that'll be enough for a first down and more. And then there's a fumble on the play as he was going out of bounds. So Snider blitzes, and McDonald throws it right where the blitz comes from.
Yeah, it's one of those things, again, in the back, leaking out of the backfield, really uncovered, give him a chance in space, which he absolutely did. Picked up a great block, I think, from number 80. Again, I don't have, here in the dark, don't have the numbers. Watson, really great block on his part on the corner, which, again, allows the tailback to get upfield, get the necessary yards for first down.
First and goal from the Snider's 8-yard line with under 2:50 to play here in our first quarter. The snap, the give, right up the middle goes Kamari Hunt. And he'll pick up about 3 yards on that play.
This is a situation usually Carmel goes with tempo here to get plays in, run quickly, not allowing the defense to really set up within the structure of what they would like to do in short yardage. Now they're kind of slowing the pace down here a little bit.
And they'll take Hunt out, and they'll bring Downing in, and he'll be in the backfield with McDonald. The game clock ticking down to 2:20 remaining here in our first quarter. They'll go 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top side, and Downing in the backfield with McDonald. And they'll give it to McDonald, and he's got a big opening over there, but he's taken down for about, after he picks up about a half a yard. So there was an opening there, but it closed up quickly.
Yeah, similar concept to what Snider runs. They're going to pull the backside lineman to get numbers to the point of attack. Get those linemen, leading the back, to the edge. A great situation there by the Panthers, really pursuing quickly. The backside got there and made the play.
3rd down and 7, 3rd and goal for the Carmel Greyhounds, and they will set up in the same formation. No, they'll go trip receivers to the right side, bunch up the formation now. Their tight end will be on the left side of the line. Here's the snap, 3-step drop. He'll look, fire into the middle, and I think his receiver fell down on the play. Number 84 he was looking for on that play. He fell down.
I don't see how it's a pass interference. Maybe a defensive hold, maybe. But I'm not real sure.
That pass was intended for Ellison, but I think he got tangled up with a Snider player, and that will be a first down. I believe that was on Austin France.
Yeah, a little rub route combination. You're trying to attack, essentially a man concept on the defensive side where you have a player go deep, one work across and one work flat. So kind of a little rub combination versus man-to-man common route combination in the red zone. I thought it defended pretty well. Again, I was looking more at the deep route more than I was the shallow route, and obviously the pass interference gives the Greyhounds a first down here inside the 5-yard line.
And they'll leave Downing in the backfield. Here's a snap to give to Downing. He'll go left. Brandon Cox grabs him around the ankle. He gets close to the goal line, and he's taken down. It'll be 2nd down and goal inside the 1.
Great penetration there in the backfield there by the Panthers. Really, again, timing the snap count, jumping a gap, running right through that open window into the backfield. Outstanding play.
It looks like we're getting an injured Carmel player. It might be the running back Downey that is down. And we've got an official timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. You're watching regional football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for champions.
We're back here at Spooler Stadium. The injured player was Dylan Downing, who ran that, and he was grabbed around the waist and drugged down from behind by Brandon Cox. He's up and walking off on his own there, so they'll bring back in Kamari Hunt. One quick score update. It is Bishop Dwenger 7, Angola 0 at halftime from I believe that's Darcy Stadium.
They're actually up in Angola tonight.
Oh, they're playing in Angola tonight, even colder.
Further north.
Yeah, so early score there, and they're already at halftime. We're not even out of the first quarter yet.
The dreaded 7:30 start for the team traveling 2 hours.
At least we're not like Woodland. Woodland had to travel all the way up to New Newton or whatever they're called. And,
time zone change.
Yeah, and they don't even start till 8:30.
Wow.
Fort Wayne time.
Be a late night coming home.
Carmel's 2nd and goal from the Snider 1. And they'll have Hunt, I believe, in the backfield. Or excuse me, yeah, it'll be Kamari Hunt in the backfield. He'll be right behind his quarterback, McDonald. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Here's a snap to give right up the middle. And I believe he's in from 1 yard out. No official. And now the official on the near side comes running in, and he will give the touchdown to the Carmel Greyhounds.
Really well executed plays just in the whole sequence here by the Greyhounds. Again, got themselves, and again, in a tough situation behind the sticks, came right back with a great screen play, and came right back with attacking right in the teeth of the pressure of the Panthers, getting the ball out to their playmaker in the backfield, out in the flat, and the pass really uncontested and some big yardage there. Got them put in a situation inside the red zone. Did a nice job with a series of plays to get a score.
Fortier will kick now for Carmel as they look to tie the game up with under a minute to go. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, goes right, sails through, and we are tied up at 7. And with that touchdown, we will take a timeout. You're watching live high school regional football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Here's the kickoff, comes down to David Knoxon at the 10. He'll come up across the 20, breaks out of a couple tackles, stays on his feet, and gets it out over the 40-yard line. A good kickoff by 40A on that play, but Knoxon fields it down around his own 10 and returns it about 30 yards for the Panthers.
Yeah, great field position here to start for this drive for the Panthers. And again, I'd say the thing that I've really been impressed with the Panthers is the design quarterback runs by Hopper. Did a really great job of using Covington with some run action and running the quarterback opposite, and then one time giving it to Covington for a great gain. And again, I think you'll see two more of the play action game with the tight ends in this drive.
Absolutely. I think you're 100% correct there on that. We probably will see majority of Christian Covington tonight. Probably won't see a whole lot of their other running backs tonight due to the fact they're deep into this tournament run. So here's the snap, the give to Covington. No, Hopper keeps it, tries to run to the outside, and big number 90 is in there, Cole Brevard, and he just grabbed a hold of Hopper and drug him down.
Yeah, this is the biggest defense the Snider's seen all year, by far. I mean, again, with size, with skill, with speed, and again, you're seeing tough yards every single down in the run game for the Panthers.
Yeah, and this is really the first team they've had that has just punched him in the mouth right back. Some teams don't do that. Here's a drop by Covington. He'll throw to the outside, he'll throw it to Covington. Well, Hopper, he'll run to the left, go out of bounds, get close to first down yardage. One official spots it past it, and the other one will set it down right at the 50 as Snider looks to go quick. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Panthers.
Again, just watching, the blitz schemes that we've seen from Carmel throughout the night. Second down and long has been a big blitz tendency. Great opportunity there for getting the ball out to Covington in space. Really smart with that inside pressure scheme that they've been seeing. Well executed play.
This will be a straight run by Hopper, and he's stopped for a yard loss, and it'll be 4th down for the Panthers on their own side of their field as the offensive line does no blocking that time. for the Panthers.
Getting really, really quick to the gaps. Again, you'll see the 3-4 scheme, a lot of movement up front, getting slanting and angling into gaps, really quick, creating quick penetration in the backfield. Prime example of that right there with Carmel.
So the Panthers will punt. They'll punt from about their own 35. And Carmel will look to get good field position here. That does it for our first quarter here at Spooler Stadium. We are tied at 7. Carmel and Snider tied at 7. And with that break, we'll take a break. You're watching live regional football on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Back to punt is Jack James for the Snider Panthers as we start our second quarter. A high snap, caught there by James. He'll run up, kick an end-over-end kick, take a big hop, and everybody will clear out for Carmel, and the ball will stop right around the 19-yard line.
Great job again by James there. I tell you, he's been a weapon all year for the Panthers, but really outstanding job of fielding that punt and getting the rugby-style kick out and getting a little favorable roll as well. Inside the 20 here, starting position for the Greyhounds. Again, this Snider defense, they've had great moments. They've got to really stop this run game. Again, they had a couple big plays in the run game this last drive. So, again, the Panthers need to tighten up here and defend the run first and foremost.
Absolutely, and Carmel loves to run behind their big junior, 6'5", 308 pounds. Caleb Schaefer over there, just a junior. And that's a big boy on that right or left side of the line. So Zach McDowell's going to have to go up against him all night long. McDonald in the backfield now. He's ready. He gets the snap, turns, gives it to his running back, and there's no room there as he'll go down quick. I'm not sure who's going to get credited with the tackle because it looked like he went down because he knew he was going to get hit.
Again, just what we were talking about, stop the run game first. Again, great job by the entire front seven there of the Panthers, D-line, linebackers flowing to the football, making plays right at the line of scrimmage. Outstanding first down rep there by the Panthers.
I believe that was Will Schmidt in the backfield that time, number 21. Yeah, that is Will Schmidt. He's in the backfield now. Carmel using a multitude of running backs early in this game. McDonald in the backfield now. He gets a snap. He'll look right now, come back to his left, throws, finds a wide open Atticus Klaus, and he is taken down close to first down yardage. And did they mark him back where he went down?
Looks like he made a move back, just behind the first down stick. So we had a third down and 1, maybe 2. Yeah, it looks like a 3rd and 2 here in that situation. Just a little curl route there, attacking soft zone coverage there. Really good executed play there by the Greyhounds.
The Greyhounds will line up in a power formation left. Now McDonald will switch it up. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Now there'll be power left once again. He'll bring the guy in motion. He'll go over to the right. Now he'll come back to the left, and into the middle of the hole goes the running back, and he's pushed back, and I don't know if he has enough. If it's from where those officials are at right now, Schmidt did not have enough for the first down. No gain. And we'll see if Carmel gambles in their own 20 yards. Actually, he may have actually lost about a half a yard on that play.
It looks like it. Maybe, just right at the line of scrimmage. I think Carmel's got to punt the football in this situation, being at the 28-yard line. Again, what a great defensive stop there by the Snider Panthers. Really defending the run game really well.
Strong. The linebackers coming up and making some nice, for sure, tackles. They're not running through the tackles. Coughlin will kick again. He'll run. He'll kick it up, go off the side of his foot, a short kick. Nobody back for the Panthers, and Carmel will let it roll, and it will be inside the 35. We'll call it at the 34. So Snider will start at their own 34.
Again, we'll see the balance, I think, again from the Snider offense. A lot more Covington, a lot of quick passing game. They did a nice job getting the ball out quickly, especially in second down situations. I really noticed extreme pressure situations on second and long by the Carmel Greyhounds. Snider's really had some great calls, timely calls. Again, just some situations where they're getting behind the sticks and things of that nature, causing them to have to punt the ball away. But again, we'll see that balance here hopefully this drive.
Here's an empty formation. They'll bring Knoxon in motion. They'll give the ball to Knoxon. We've got a flag in the air before, and we'll have a false start on the Snider Panthers. And they'll move back 5 yards. Had a jet sweep started there, and I believe it might have been Knoxon, the one that might have taken off early, because the flag came from right in front of where he was standing.
Well, he's off the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's allowed to move. I'm not sure what it was there, but I'll tell you what, he's a guy that you want to get the ball on the edge to. And his great speed has really been a weapon on that jet sweep all season.
So Snider starting 1st and 15 now. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Covington. He'll go left, and he has no room over there on the left side. Maybe a yard on that carry.
Again, from our angle, it's kind of tough to see. It looked like he had a little opening there, and he closed awfully quickly there by the guys in the white shirts there. Again, that's got to be their number one objective, is stop number one in the backfield.
Yeah, I think it was Joey Schmidt that came up from his cornerback position and made that stop. The linebackers are very good for Carmel. Here's a snap, 3-step drop, looks left. It's caught, and he is taken down right away to David Knoxon. A pickup of about 4 yards. It'll almost be back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 9 now for the Snider Panthers.
A prime example of taking what's available. Soft zone coverage, take a hitch route, gain 6 yards, give yourself a chance on 3rd and 9.
So here for the Panthers, can they give their quarterback a little more time and another blitzing opportunity for Carmel? And they're looking like they're going to blitz, and they're sending the house. Here's a quick throw over the middle, caught. And let's see who was the catch. The catch was Drew McCready on the catch, and it's only about 5 yards, so the Panthers will punt now from their side of the field.
Really great tackle there by the Greyhounds. Extreme pressure situation, man-to-man coverage. What Snider ran was a double crossing route, trying to pick off those man defenders. That man defender, if he doesn't make that tackle, that's a lot of yardage in front of that tight end. So really an outstanding play there. An extreme pressure situation, playing man-to-man there on 3rd down for the Greyhounds.
James will kick from his own 25-yard line. Simon Dellinger will snap. His snaps have been shaky at best thus far. Here's a good boot. Man, a high kick. It sails, and it'll take a Snider bounce and roll down to about the 16 of Carmel, and that's where the Greyhounds will start on this drive.
Again, I've mentioned it before. I think the kicking game for the Snider Panthers is just outstanding. Again, prime example, great snap there by Dellinger there, and outstanding kick there by James to flip the field. Again, that field position back in Snider's favor. Very, very important the way their defense is playing right now.
The winner of this game will take on the winner of Crown Point and Penn next Friday night for the right to go to the state championship at Lucas Oil Stadium. We haven't heard any score updates on that game yet, and I'm sure at halftime we will have them for you here on SummitCitySports.com. 2 receivers to the near side. A running back in the backfield now. Here's a snap. They'll give it look like a reverse at the beginning. Snider stays true out there, and it will be taken down for a loss of about half a yard. See who that running back was. Hunt was a carrier that time for Carmel. Loss of 1 and be 2nd and 11. I thought maybe they were going to run a reverse because I saw that receiver on the right side start going back across that formation.
There's a little outside zone play, a little different scheme there for the Panthers, trying to get the ball on the edge. Great job there by the outside backer to the wide side of the field, really setting that edge and forcing the ball back inside to his defensive help with those players inside. Again, great executed play there by the Snider defense.
McDonald will give the ball to his running back. He'll run into the middle of the line. Not much there. He may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage.
Again, one of the keys we talked about right at the opening of the broadcast, Ryan, that the inside defensive lineman for the Snider Panthers have got to be the strength. With Johnson, McDowell, those guys have been outstanding so far. Prime example of right there. Again, putting Carmel in a situation behind the sticks, 3rd and 11. They're not really comfortable trying to convert those situations. They haven't done it yet. Again, great job of the run defense there, especially those defensive tackles inside by the Panthers.
Well, those Panthers send some pressure. 2 receivers to each side. Hunt in the backfield with his quarterback. Here's the snap. He'll look. Fire over the middle and deflected and goes to the ground. The intended receiver, 80, Wesley Watson. And Darius Morgan on the stop for the Panthers. And now Carmel will kick, and they will kick from inside their own 5-yard line, basically.
Can't say enough about the Snider defense. I'll tell you what an outstanding sequence there. Stopping the run game. There's an outside zone play on a first down. They absolutely slammed. Second down, the staple of the Greyhound run game, absolutely slammed. Put them in the 3rd and long situation. Snider elects to play passive zone defense to stay in front of the sticks. Let them throw that curl route. Well defended now, 4th and 11, and great field position opportunity for the Panthers.
Those Panthers going with a little bit. A drop ball, and now it'll be. They're going to call a penalty on that play as the punter dropped the ball. That's not a – he becomes a runner at that point, doesn't he, Pat?
That's my understanding, again, from the college rule, absolutely. And the other thing, too, he started out to move to his right as a ball carrier.
That's right. I'm pretty sure that he dropped the ball and started running with it, and then he went to kick it, and that's going to be a penalty on Snider, a personal foul.
Well, if I'm Coach Tippmann, I would really question that. I'm not real sure. But that ball dropped like that, I mean, what's a defender supposed to do?
Well, if it's a spot of foul, it's still going to be probably 4th down, even though it may be an automatic first down. It looks like it is because the defense is coming back out on the field for the Panthers.
Personal foul should be an automatic first down.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to see that in the rule book. Again, I'm not 100% certain on the high school rules as opposed to the college rules, but to me in that situation, the ball is dropped. The Snider guys have got to make a play on the football.
Right.
That situation, that punter picks the football up, and he's now a ball carrier as he's working outside of the protection there. That's a tough scenario.
It is. It's real tough, and Snider actually returned that ball down to the 30 of Carmel, and now Carmel will start off from that. Looks like I don't know if it's a new drive. It starts from the same drive position. So first down for Carmel. Trip receivers with Hunt in the backfield. He looks right, throws right, and his receiver's taken down right away by Brown, and it looked like the number 11 out there for the Snider Panthers. Klaus on a nice tackle, or a good reception there, and a manageable 2nd and 5 now for Carmel.
Yeah, something we haven't seen a whole lot yet, Ryan. It's a quick passing game for the Carmel Greyhounds. Prime example of right there, just a nice, easy pitch and catch, little 5-yard out route there in the quick passing game.
Hunt in the backfield with McDonald. They'll bring somebody in motion. He'll go to the left now. They'll give it to Hunt. He'll run right into the middle, and he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to be dragged down. No gain on that play for Carmel. I believe McDowell and possibly
like
France may be on that too, huh?
Getting really impressed with the Snider front 7. They've been outstanding. Really the story of the game thus far in this game, in my opinion.
3rd and 4 now from the 36 of Carmel. See what play they decide to run here. They'll stay in their same formation. They've been going pretty much on max protection for their quarterback here in the first half. 2 receivers in the near side, 1 to the top side. They'll look. Now he'll throw the screen back the other way. It's short and bounces to his receiver. And I don't believe it was caught.
He did complete it. No gain.
No, it was a catch for about a half a yard. So it'll be 4th down and, about a long 3 for Carmel. So now that play earlier, really big, as Carmel may be able to swing field position here.
Yeah, again, I tell you what, Snider being put in a situation, kind of a tough scenario. A little bit of a questionable, call on the officials' part on that personal foul on the bobbled snap by the punter. Again, they've got to come back and answer, and they certainly did in that situation. Outstanding job by the Panthers.
He'll run up. Coughlin will kick it, go right. Fair catch called by Knockason inside his own 30 at about the 29. So the Panthers, after giving up the penalty to give Carmel another first down, they hold Carmel to not many yards there on that next possession there, and they will start at their own 29 with 4:36 remaining here in our first half. see if Snider can get something going. You know, it's really killed Snider is penalties on first down.
Absolutely. And again, Carmel's done a pretty good job, especially on second down, creating third and long situations. Again, those are tough scenarios to convert. Yes. Again, I'm expecting to see more Christian Covington here and establishing the run game with 4 minutes to go in this quarter.
Nias Lockett in the back here. Here's a fake. He'll look. He has a wide open tight end down the middle of the field. That's Simon Dellinger, and he picks up 14 yards. And the ball's now out to the 45 as Dellinger comes from the left side across the middle of the field and picks up a first down for the Panthers.
Absolutely love that play call. Again, the linebackers for the Greyhounds play so quickly downhill in the run game. So the play action and drag the tight end in behind those linebackers. There's natural space for those guys right in behind them.
Hopper will keep it, and he'll run, and he's going to – he may want to give that ball up to his running back there, Nias Lockett. He'll pick up nothing on that play.
Again, those inside runs have been awfully tough to get for the Panthers tonight. Again, I tell you what, play action is looking really, really good. I wonder if we'll go to it here on 2nd and 10.
Number 99 on the tackle, Fry for Carmel. So Carmel stopping the run here thus far. Here's the snap. Play action. He'll look. He'll fire. He actually went the wrong way to the wrong receiver. He had a wide open David Knockison running down the left side.
Yeah, it's one of those things, again, you have a progression as a quarterback. You've got to check through your route progression, 1, 2, and 3, and that's a situation. Lito was 1. I think he had a step initially, and that safety really recovered well as the ball was released. But, yeah, backside, Knockison was open. But, again, saw Lito early. That's part of his progression. That's the first read. He's got to go there if he sees it.
Yeah, I do like that. Go a little vertical here. Push those guys back a little bit, and then it'll be a 3rd and 10 now from the Panthers at their own 45-yard line. And now they show blitz again. The blitz will come off the edge, and he's going to have to step up in the pocket. Throws it to Anias Lockett, and a great tackle by Leary of Carmel. If he doesn't make that tackle, that's a big gain for the Panthers.
Definitely a first down again. Well, you can see that, time and time again, really. Snider's like one tackler away from a big play. They've really done a good job of making some plays, even the passing game, too. That situation with Lito. Lito had a step. Safety came back and made a nice play in the play-action play. I tell you, both these defenses have played outstanding so far in this game.
Jack James back to punt again for the 4th time tonight. Dellinger will snap. Carmel looks like they're coming, and they are. Here's the run-up. A big boot goes down the right side. It's going to bounce, and it's going to take a Snider bounce, go inside, and still roll right down on the 15-yard line.
That's the design of the rugby punt. That's ideally what you want. You get the thing on the edge, give your chance. Your coverage team can run down the field a little bit quicker as you take the ball outside, but then you hit that low liner and get that roll, that favorable roll. So your coverage team can go there and down the football. Situation now, ball at the 15-yard line, 3 minutes to go in the half. It's going to be interesting to see what the Greyhounds want to do here. Again, you've seen a lot of mixture of run and pass. At the same time, they can't be too risky here and give a short field opportunity to the Snider Panthers.
Absolutely, and they have taken no shots deep.
Very little.
As of yet.
Very little. And again, Snider has not pressured much either.
One blitz, and they actually picked that up and threw right through the blitz and picked up a first down en route to their first touchdown. So Carmel will start the ball in the nose of it right on the 15-yard line. Hunt in the backfield with his quarterback. Here's a snap to give to Hunt. He'll run into the middle, jumps through the hole, and picks up about 6, maybe 5.
Again, one of the better inside run plays we've seen from Carmel tonight. They had the one real long one in the first quarter, but that's probably the next best one. Again, that's how stout the Snider defense has been, especially in the interior between the tackles. So a 6-yard gain there, 2nd and 4 here for Carmel.
Snider gets a stop here, gets the ball back. They will get the ball to start the second half. Here's a give to Hunt. Oh, man, nice tackle. Who was it? Austin France. Wow. Hunt just had nowhere to go. He got the ball, and right there was Austin France.
Tell you what, again, we've said it all night thus far. That front 7 for Snider is coming to play, no question about it. Strong in the defensive line, great speed with the linebackers getting to the football in a hurry. Really an outstanding job by the Panthers defense all around. Again, situation here, passing situation, or is it, is it a situation when you run the football and punt the football out? Is it a situation if they don't get the first down, does Coach Tippin call a timeout?
I was just going to ask you that, yeah.
Interesting scenario here on 3rd and long.
3 receivers to the top side. He looks right, throws right, got a receiver there, and that's enough for a first down. As Carmel will pick up a first down as he hits Wesley Watson, number 80, on just a quick out route. That was a good pass and pass play there. Safe.
The best play I've seen them throw, the passing game at least for the Greyhounds. It was a comeback route, really a timing route versus off zone coverage, working back to the football, really well executed.
Hunter Causey right there to knock him out of bounds right away. We'll see if Carmel goes quick here. And he stepped out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. 2 receivers to the near side. They'll go 2 to each side. Hunt in the backfield. Here's a straight drop. Here comes the rush. It's coming. He'll throw it. He finds number, maybe that is 87?
Looks like 87.
Rodmill on the catch. He'll pick up 3. And, man, the quarterback, McDonald, was hit hard on that play. The game clock down now under 1:30 here in our first half. Here's the snap. He'll look right. Throws right. Has an open receiver. Nice catch out there. And there's a flag on the field. And I'm sure it'll be on the Panthers probably, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'm not sure what the infraction will be. It seemed like it was pretty sound coverage, legal coverage. Pretty good pitch and catch there by the Greyhounds and really tight coverage.
Well, as close as they threw that right on the sideline, that could be a sideline infraction.
Could be.
And if it is, it's a penalty on Carmel because they've already had 1 warning. And I see the official looking over, talking to the Carmel bench. They just may be asking, what do you want to do here? You want where it's at, or do you want to take the play, or do you want the penalty yards? Pass interference on the Panthers. So that must have happened really early on that play, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty. So really they'll pick up about 3 yards when they take the penalty.
I'm probably one of the few offensive guys, Ryan, that I think pass interference is called too much. I really do. Didn't see a whole lot there to warrant a call. But again, I'm not out there making the calls. But up here, we have a little better view up here maybe.
1:18 remaining here in the first half. Carmel has pushed the ball out from their 19 now, out to their own 43, and the game clock starts. Trip receivers to the near side for Carmel. We'll have 1 to the top side. Hunt will be on the backfield with his quarterback, McDonald. He'll look, he'll fire to the right side, high and out of bounds.
Yep, it was the same call they had on the 3rd down a few moments ago, a little comeback route versus that soft zone coverage. Again, Hunter Causey's really risen to the occasion. The football's thrown in his area. He's really played very, very tightly and contested. He's really played great defense all night.
He has a transfer from Homestead, came over this year, and he's been a big pickup for the Panthers here this season. And now Carmel will have it 2nd and 10 from their own 43, or actually the 47. The snap to give to the running back. Oh, and nowhere to run. And right there is number 12, Justin Kopke, on they'll give him forward progress close back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of about half a yard, maybe 1 yard. Not a lot.
The other man there, Ryan.
Timeout.
Big Lawrence Johnson in the middle. I tell you what, really did a great job in that A gap, penetrating and getting the first hat on the football there. Outstanding player, really rise the occasion tonight. Really playing well.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole middle of the offensive or defensive line for the Panthers has played pretty well. In fact, both defenses have just been outstanding here in the first half. Really, neither team able to get into any rhythm thus far.
Yeah, again, stop the run. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast of making these teams one-dimensional. And again, both teams have had success at times. Carmel had a couple long runs, but for the most part, really have contained things in the run game and forced Carmel into 3rd down throws. So really impressed with the Snider defense in that regard. And yeah, I think the pressure with a lot of the movement up front and the pressure schemes of Carmel's defense is really wreaking havoc with Snider's timing and continuity of their offense. So again, defenses are playing really well, and you expect that this time of year with this situation, this time of the season. Defense has got to play well, and they certainly have tonight.
Interesting that Carmel would use a timeout there with 58 seconds to go. Will they look to maybe set up some type of screen pass here?
Well, something.
Yeah, because they've shown the same offense majority of the time. Do they have a little different wrinkle here for 3rd and 11 from their own 46-yard line?
Another soft zone look here pre-snap for the Panthers.
Here's the snap. He'll drop 3 steps. He'll look, fire over the middle. The ball gets deflected at the line by the Panthers. I'm not sure who deflected. It might have been Kerry Perry or maybe Lawrence Johnson who deflected. It'll be 4th down, and now the Panthers will have the ball under 50 seconds remaining here in our first half, so another stand by the Snider defense.
It was one of those things, again, the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. That receiver was open. It was in-breaking route, a little in route there on the hash mark. It looked to be open. Again, a great situation. Something that looked so small was a big-time play in that situation, at least to give Snider a chance here. Let's see what they'll do here, obviously, with less than a minute to go, but could give them a decent chance, maybe some points here before the half.
Derek Inakason back to receive. Ooh, Austin France almost blocked it again. The ball will go out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark this ball.
This thing should be up, I'm guessing, by the 35, 40-yard line. The way
and now the official's still running, and he's headed for the 34, maybe.
The ball is well out of bounds. Again, that's a tough judgment by that line judge to make that call of where actually it goes out of bounds and not really having a great angle on it. Again, decent field position here for the Panthers. What do? Do you run a screen? Do you run a draw? I'd probably give the ball to Christian Covington here with something creative, maybe to give it to him in space, see what we can do with it. You got 2 timeouts left. There's actually, do we have all 3?
All 3 timeouts.
All 3 timeouts, yeah.
And this has been the thing for Snider. They've scored in the last minute of their last 2 games. Straight drop, and it's a designed run. Hopper will run through, and he'll have enough for the first down, so the play clock will stop until they get the ball set. So a good start for the Panthers. About 6 seconds ran off the clock, 8 seconds ran off the clock. And they're ready to go. They'll wind it, and we are ready to go once again. Straight drop. He'll look, fire. Over the middle. It's deflected by, I believe, number 50, maybe 56. Yeah, Boyer tipped it, and Panthers lucky that was not picked off.
Back to the first down play, great call. Given your great athlete, Michael Hopper, the design quarterback, run a little quarterback draw. Good 10-yard gain here. Again, you got 3 timeouts left here. There's a lot of things you can do if you're the Panther offense.
They'll show double tight ends to the right this time. Covington in the backfield. Hopper will roll right. He'll look. He's got an open receiver out here, and that's Lido. He'll catch it and have enough for a first down. I don't know if you saw the tight end going down the right side, but nobody for Carmel picked him up. That was Drew McCready, was wide open. If they would have hit him on that pass, Pat, that would have been a touchdown, because I don't think the Carmel Greyhounds safety saw him come out of the formation.
Yeah, really great play design there by Snider. A little sprint out pass. Again, you got an athletic quarterback who throws extremely well on the run. And again, it's one of those things. You've got an order of progression with your routes that you're going to look at. Again, Lido is the comeback route in that situation on the sideline. Really wide open. You got to take what's available.
He was wide open too. Yeah. So
really great play design to get the ball out of bounds as well in that situation. Really well executed play. Actually, it was in bounds, wasn't it? They called a timeout.
Yeah, they called a timeout.
Yeah. Well executed play. Give you that opportunity at least to potentially get the ball out of bounds, hitting the sideline. Love the 2 of the 3 calls here by the Snider offense. Quarterback draw, then a little sprint out pass to really negate that inside pressure that Carmel has shown most of the evening, even though the last few plays have played pretty passive zone. Like they're playing like they've been on 3rd down a lot of times today, trying to play coverage first and not pressure. We'll see if they dial one up here. An empty set.
Yeah, empty set for the Panthers with 21 seconds to go. See if this is a designed run again, as they will have 3 receivers to the top side, 1 to the near side. Their tight end will be on the right. He'll drop and go out, and tackled right away is
incomplete.
On the play is Michael Lido Jr. Good tackle there by number 42. Joey Schmidt knocked the ball away, and it'll be a 2nd down and 10 with 16 seconds to go.
Really great reaction there by the Greyhound defense. Tell you what, I think they're setting up a little double move maybe coming up here, Ryan. I tell you what, that corner really jumped that hitch route quickly.
Snider looking to get into field goal position. He'll roll left, will Hopper. Now he's going to be brought down. No, Hopper stays on his feet. He'll go to throw it, and it'll go onto the ground. And now Carmel looks for another grounding play, but I think he was outside the hashes on that play.
He was, and again, 91 Dellinger was in the area, no question about it. Again, he was intending that ball to go to Dellinger, so I don't see how you call the I guess there is no flag here, right?
No, it was an incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. We have 4 seconds remaining, and Carmel got some good pressure that time right up the middle with Robbins and Brevard.
We're going to call timeout here and talk about this one play. Or
the play clock down to 8. Looks like, they haven't even reset the play clock.
Guess the coach is going to take a timeout here and talk about his options here. Possible Hail Mary situation. I have seen Michael Hopper throw this football plenty long enough to get to the end zone. We've seen him do it many times. I'm sure Snider has some type of plan for this situation.
It looks like they're going to give the clock down, put the clock at 6 seconds. That's what the delay is for right now. And we'll have a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You're watching Regional Championship Football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution. one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for champion.
We're back here at Spooler Stadium. We have 6 seconds remaining here in our first half. The Panthers have the ball at the Carmel 40 with what looks to be a Hail Mary situation for the Panthers. I know they were probably trying to get in field goal range. You have a good kicker in Jack James with a 51-yarder this season. But right here they will have to come up with some good protection for their wide receivers to get down the field, because the Greyhounds have been able to get some pressure here late in this first half. So in the backfield with the quarterback, Hopper, will be Covington. And now they're going to send the tight ends out to the left. And this looks like what could be a screen pass. We saw this week, and now he'll get out of the pocket, Will Hopper. He'll launch it way downfield. He's got his huge tight end down there. He'll jump, and it's deflected. Went off the hands of Simon Dellinger as he went up for it. And we have a flag on the field, and I think we're going to have a penalty on the Panthers. Where's the flag at? Let's see where the flag has been thrown.
Hey, hold on.
I believe that there is no penalty. Everybody's looking for a penalty here. There was none, but and now they figured it out, and we are at halftime as it was somebody's shoe or something that was out there. The ball was actually well thrown. Had his 6'6" tight end down there, and he drops it. And we will go to halftime all tied up at 7. We'll take about a 4 or 5 minute timeout and come back with thoughts of the first half here at Spooler Stadium. You're watching Regional Championship Football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
It's more than winning state championships and titles. It's more than challenging your cross-city rivals. FWCS Athletics brings out the best in students, giving them confidence, discipline, and a will to persevere. See how we compete and see what we do at fortwayneschools.org.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. You know, they might see a number and say, wow, you know, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, you know, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having athlete access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and it gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Southside has a large number of our students from our IB program accepted into the IU full immersion program, and so obviously us getting them into foreign languages is making them prepared for that.
Avec le pays, je suis plus global, et pour cette raison, j'aime bien.
I said that with IB, I feel like a more global-minded person. For that reason, I think IB is really important.
Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom. You can be too.
Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
It's more than winning state championships and titles. It's more than challenging your cross-city rivals. FWCS Athletics brings out the best in students, giving them confidence, discipline, and a will to persevere. See how we compete and see what we do at fortwayneschools.org.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Two. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
their first state title ever in volleyball. And that is it!
Fort Wayne, a city of champions. Athletes making their names known. On the field,
quick out to Craig Young. Uh-oh! This could go the distance, ladies and gentlemen. A 64-yard pitch and catch.
And in the water.
Everybody into the pool.
This season, the competition
that's deflected in
is getting colder.
The game tied with Spartans Paul Lee with a conference best 18 points.
Hockey is back for the 2017-2018 season. Our cameras are on the 6 city teams. Live stream games to Facebook and YouTube. Coming September 23rd, only on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We welcome you back live to Spooler Stadium, where the Carmel Greyhounds and the Snider Panthers are tied at 7 apiece. Take a look at the Parkview Sports Medicine regional scoreboard. In the 4A regional matchup, the Bishop Dwenger Saints are leading the Angola Hornets 21-7 in that one. That is in the third quarter. 21-0, excuse me. Mishawaka Marion, Bishop Lures update. That's in the second quarter, 21-7 Mishawaka Marion. And between Woodland and North Newton, Woodland scores first, 7-0 Woodland there. And in the 1A regional matchup, it is Southwood 14, Monroe Central 6. See if we can find some more scores here for you. Penn Crown Point, the winner of this game will play the winner of that game. It was Penn 14-0 last time we checked. And that looks like that's going to be the scores. We'll check back here in about 2-minute break here, where we'll have the second half action live on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
We're back live here at Spooler Stadium. We are at halftime of the regional championship game between Carmel and the Snider Panthers. It's all tied up at 7. here in our first half from Spooler Stadium. The scoring in the first half, Snider got on the board in the first quarter at the 4:31 mark when Michael Hoppert hit David Knockason on a 20-yard pass play. That capped a 51-yard drive. The extra point was good, and the Panthers on the board first, 7-0 here at Spooler Stadium. Then with just 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Carmel answered right back with a drive of their own. They went 59 yards, and they capped it off on a 1-yard touchdown run by Kamari Hunt, and that capped the 59-yard drive. They made the extra point, and we are all tied up at 7 here at halftime at Spooler Stadium. Well, I'll bring my broadcast partner back in here for some thoughts as we get ready to go here for second half action. Pat, in the first half, it was a battle of the defenses.
Well, the defenses are both outstanding. I tell you what, there's great speed and great physicality on both defenses. Again, we talked about it from the start. Make these offenses one-dimensional. They've really stopped the run game. I think Carmel had the one really long run. Really, Snider has not gotten much through the run game at all offensively. So I think they've really done a good job making those offenses one-dimensional. Have to throw the football. I think this is a game where I think that the passing game has got to get going. There's a big play somewhere, and one of these two teams have it. I'm not sure if it's off play action, if it's a double move, something vertical to get a big play to really kind of loosen these defenses up. Because I tell you what, they're playing outstanding.
Yeah, the last 3 drives for Carmel, they started inside their own 20-yard line. So Jack James, the punter for the Panthers, has put Carmel deep into their own territory. And to their credit, they have been able twice to get out of there and flip the field a little bit on the Panthers. The Panthers, starting right about their own 37-yard line for the majority of the first half.
Yeah, my opinion of Snider has always been a great coach football team. I tell you what, they play great special teams and strong defense. They've done that all night tonight. Again, James has been a weapon for Snider all season, has done an outstanding job of really making things tough for the Carmel offense. And I tell you what, again, the defense for Snider has stopped the run game for the most part, put them in third and long situations where they're not very comfortable. I don't think McDowell's probably back to where he once was throwing the football. You can tell he's a little bit uncomfortable, been off target a few times. Again, defenses are the story, no question about it right now at this point.
And we'll see which team went in the locker room, and coaches challenged their guys here to get up for a big second half as the winner of this will take on the winner of Penn and Crown Point. Of course, if Snider wins tonight, they will go to Penn if Penn holds on and wins. I think at last count I thought you told me they might have been up 14-0.
I think that's right, yeah.
And so if Carmel wins, I believe they also go on the road to Penn if they win here tonight at Spooler Stadium. Well, the teams are returning to the field. We will take our last time out, and we will have second half action for you live here on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We're back live here at Spooler Stadium. Both teams back out on the field, getting ready for second half action. I think Pat thought about it a little bit in that break. I think the team that actually can establish some run game is really going to be the team that's going to take this second half. We haven't had any turnovers per se. We've had, a close one on the punt that was dropped and ran and then kicked. But I think the team that just gets a running game going, whether it's a 5-yard run, a consistent 3-yard run is the team that could bring home this regional championship.
Yeah, no question about it. Again, I think there's some big plays in there somewhere, whether it's in the run game or the passing game. But I'm completely in agreement with you in the run game. Again, both defenses have played really outstanding run defense throughout the evening, and they're running teams. Both offenses are running offenses. So again, this is down to the coaching staff making necessary adjustments. Do they have some things, some blocking adjustments and things of that nature, really to give them some type of advantage and establish that running game. But it's going to be an interesting second half for sure. Looking forward to it.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts on orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. At ParkviewSportsMedicine.com is the new go-to for all local sports, with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athletes on and off the field. Check it out at ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. To make Parkview Sports Medicine a part of your team, give us a call at 266-4007 or log on to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. Also, a new feature we've got here on SummitCitySports.com is our new ticker. You can go to that every single week and find out what games will be played around the area the week of the game. So check it out at SummitCitySports.com. Our new ticker, a new feature to allow you to see what games are being broadcast that week. Tonight we have football. Tomorrow for you we'll be back to girls basketball, as we'll have a big one right here. A Summit Athletic Conference game will be played here at Northrop High School as the Lady Bruins, will take on the Lady Cadets. And what looks to be a really good game between two good teams. Northrop, a very good shooting team from the outside. Concordia has some serious length and height in the inside, and Fortier will kick off. Nockeson will be back to return along with Derricks. Ball spotted right in the middle of the field. Carmel will kick now towards the north end zone. Here's the run up. The kick is going to be short and fielded there by Derricks. He'll take it over the 20, cut up over the 25, and get out around his own 28-yard line. We'll see where they spot this ball, but Snider will have good starting position, Pat, here for this first drive.
Yeah, I'm really anxious to see, what adjustments that the Snider coaching staff has made at halftime. You got to think that they certainly have, especially in the run game, and maybe in some protection schemes that they've seen, or blitz schemes with their protection. They've got to make sure they have covered, especially in those second down situations where you see Carmel blitzing quite frequently. I'm expecting to see Christian Covington going here. It's one of those things, again, he's such a workhorse, such a great football player. Even if he stopped for a 1-yard gain, keep giving it to him. Eventually, I can see him breaking a big run here.
Especially if he can get beyond those linebackers. But those linebackers have been outstanding in the first half for Carmel. Here's a snap. It's a play action. He'll roll, throw over the middle. Oh, he had Nockeson coming across the backside of the play there. And that would have been close to first down yardage. Nockeson on the intended pass, but it's behind him. And Snider comes right out with the play action.
Yeah, that was a bootleg play that they hit earlier in the game. Again, with the flow and the speed of the Carmel defense reacting to the run game, there's some natural space in behind those linebackers with that receiver dragging in behind.
Second down and 10 now from the Panthers from their own 30. Trip receivers to the near side. Covington in the backfield. There's a design run to the right. He has a lot of players out there. He gets around one guy. He's a fast runner. He is off to the races, is the quarterback Hopper, and he will take it 70 yards for a touchdown.
What outstanding speed by a quarterback. I tell you what, you don't see quarterbacks run like that too many times at any level of football. I tell you what, we know about Michael Hopper's track ability. You just got to see it right there. What an unbelievable scheme and unbelievable show of great raw speed there by Michael Hopper. What a big-time play. Again, we talked about that. This game just needed a big play, and I tell you what, the Snider Panthers just got one right there.
Absolutely, and it was a play they had ran earlier in the game and actually picked up really good yardage on that play, and they do it again. Dellinger to snap. McCready will hold. Jack James will kick as Snider goes 70 yards in 3 plays. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up right down the middle, and the Panthers back on top, 14-7 here early in our third quarter. We will take a timeout. You're watching live high school regional championship football on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
We're back live here. Snider lines up with a little pooch kick here, and they'll fair catch it. Will I think that was Downey will fair catch it at his own 25-yard line.
A smart play there by the Panthers again. You'll play field position. Don't let a big return, which they had to open the game on the kick return. Great job. Pooch the thing up there, make him fair catch it. 25-yard, 24-yard line here with field position. Really great job there by the Snider special teams.
So the Panthers' last scoring drive was just 23 seconds. They score on 3 plays, and Hoppert goes 70 yards for a big run for the Panthers. And you said we were going to get a big play here in the second half, and we did right away. And now the Greyhounds will start with one receiver to each side. They've got a running back to the left of the quarterback. He'll look left, stays to left. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be taken down. I think he was outside the box. Snider wants an intentional grounding, but there will be none on that play.
No, it looks like he had the receiver there, or maybe the running back. I think that was the running back there in the flat area. So no intentional grounding again. There's the pass rush there. Really haven't seen a whole lot of pass rush from Snider tonight. Again, great coverage the back end, which we have seen consistently tonight. Again, a little bit of the pass rush there, getting and making McDonald a little uncomfortable in the pocket.
I think he was looking for Kamari Hunt on that play. That was the only guy out there. So now Carmel 2nd and 10 from their own 24. Trip receivers to the near side. One up all alone on the top side. Here's a straight drop, 3 yards, over the middle, thrown, picked off by Hunter Causey. He jumped that route.
Tell you what, unbelievable. Hunter's played great defense all night, and he's seen just a numerous amount of those type of routes, the speed outs, the comeback routes. He read it absolutely beautiful. He sees that receiver's hip sink as he's working back to the ball, and Hunter absolutely jumps that football. Unbelievable play, and I tell you what a change of events here, these last few plays, to give the Snider Panthers tons of momentum and a great opportunity to go up potentially 2 scores here.
Absolutely. Great play by Hunter Causey. We saw him try to jump a route earlier in the game, and he times it perfect that time. And the Panthers will start now from the Carmel 30, and these are the type of games where if you can get a 2-score lead, you feel kind of safe.
Defense are playing so well, absolutely.
Hoppert looks, got nobody. He'll run it now. He's got a big opening to the right side, gets around one guy. He'll have enough for a first down as Hoppert doesn't find anybody, and I think he was looking deep, saw nothing, and took off and ran.
He had a couple deep routes there. It looked like, again, pretty good pass defense there by the Greyhounds. But I tell you what, even more impressive is the pass protection by Snider there. He had all day to find those routes downfield. Again, well covered, but he takes off in great speed. First down, Panthers.
Now they're at the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone, right at the 20. Hoppert in the backfield with Christian Covington. He's got an offset tight end. They'll give it to Covington. He'll run to the left. He's going to try to get to the outside. He does. He's got a lane. He's got one guy to beat. He's stuffed out of bounds inside the 10. So Covington with the big run.
Yeah, it's one of those things like we talk about. Just keep giving Christian the football. He's going to make good things happen. Situation there is a little outside zone play. Got to the edge. Really great block there by the receiver, Michael Lito Jr. I've really sustained that block a long time. Do we have a flag?
Well, somebody says there's a flag, but I don't see anything on the maybe they're talking about where he went out of bounds, but if there's going to be a hold, it's going to be called on Michael Lito.
Yeah, well, it's one of those tough situations. I thought Michael did a great job there initially. It's one of those things you got to sustain those blocks for such a long period of time on those long runs, and I think maybe just the last minute, that corner came off of that block and again, appeared to be a hold.
It's a The spot is after the first. I don't know what they're going to call here, but I think it's going to be first down and about 8 now for the Panthers.
Spot foul maybe here and repeat first down. Yeah, that's a tough block for a receiver there to sustain that block as long as that play developed.
Yeah.
Tough deal.
And Lito's not very tall.
No, he did a great job initially.
So,
again, that's just a long time to block someone.
Snider now with one receiver to each side. Covington in the backfield with a hopper. Offset tight end is Drew McCready. He'll look, fire to the outside, finds Knockason on the earlier play that scored a touchdown. And a fumble on the play, and the ball's on the field. And I think the Panthers came up with it. So Knockason fumbles, picks it up, and that actually results in first and goal from for the Panthers at the 4-yard line of Carmel. So they avoid disaster right there. Snider quickly up to the line. They'll snap it. Give it to Covington. He'll run to the left, and he's going to be brought down. He's hit right in the knees. See who that tackle was. Number 42 with a really nice tackle
Schmidt,
there.
I believe.
Yeah, Schmidt got in there. Now second and goal from the 2 for the Panthers. Hopper will take the ball, roll to his right. Look, finds a wide open. I think that was a tight end, Simon Dellinger. Simon Dellinger from 2 yards out. Wow.
I would have bet my life there, Ryan. They were going to run Christian Covington again after a good 3-yard run there on first down. Boy, did a great job of really utilizing that run action on the play action, getting those linebackers to fill for that run and hitting the tight end right over behind those linebackers in the back of the end zone. Well-executed play and a great sequence of plays there by the Snider offense.
So I think Snider getting a little balance on offense now after they convert off the turnover, and they lead 20-7 here with 10-17 remaining. The extra point still to come as Jack James will get ready to kick once again. Dellinger snaps a low snap. Good hands by Drew McCready. And the extra point is good. It's 21-7. The Snider Panthers with 10-17 to go here in our third quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school football action on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
We're back here with 10-17 remaining in our third quarter. Snider scoring 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes here of the second half, and they lead 21-7 over the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds, Pat, played an outstanding schedule this year.
Absolutely. Again, arguably the toughest in the entire state, with Louisville Trinity being one of their non-conference games and playing in undoubtedly the best conference in the state of Indiana, the Mid-Conference, Metro Interscholastic Conference, with huge schools, obviously all 6A schools. Again, they're prepared for the situation. We'll see how they respond.
This time they will not fair catch it, and they will this time, I think that was Downey caught it again, but this time he'll take it up about 5 yards and take it out over their own 35. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 36.
In this situation, does Carmel get out of their comfort zone a little bit with the run game and force the throw? But I tell you what, again, time and time again, especially Hunter Causey, but this Snider defense has played outstanding pass defense throughout the evening.
Yeah, absolutely, and Carmel has taken no shots vertically over the top, so we'll see what they come up with here. Kamari Hunt in the backfield with McDonald. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. Here's the snap. They'll give the ball, and oh, man, there was a quick, huge hit. Was that Darius Morgan comes up from his safety position and just absolutely levels Ellison on that carry.
Well, you just got a sense that Snider's really feeling the momentum here. I tell you what, you saw 11 hats absolutely fly to the football there on that outside zone play there by the Greyhounds. I mean, safeties, linebackers, flowing the football really quick. Got to be a little careful here, though. Play action. I tell you what, you can kind of see it happen here. Carmel having a chance at maybe a play action, maybe a double move, because, again, these corners are jumping routes. The hats are flying to the football. Carmel's got to get the big play here to get back into it.
Yeah, Brandon Cox was in there right away on that play. Now 2nd down and 8. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Kamari Hunt right up the middle, and he'll be stopped after about 3 yards. And now a manageable 3rd down and 5 from the own 38. Clock ticks down to 9 minutes here to go in our third quarter.
Again, Carmel historically here this evening on 3rd downs, they throw those really controlled routes, those one-on-one type routes, the curls, the comebacks, the speed outs, things of that nature. And Snider's really played it very, very well. Be anxious to see what they do here on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, McDonald, he's just coming back from a knee injury. His first game back was just this past week against their opponents down there in Indy when they took out Lafayette Jeff in the sectional championship. Play clock down to 5. Here's a snap. He'll straight drop. Here's a couple hands in his face, and he throws a nice strike on the seam, and it goes to 82. .82 on the catch. That's Allen, I believe. So good pass play there.
Yep, little curl flat combination. They take the number 2 receiver, the inside slot receiver to the flat to widen the outside backer, then open up a curl throwing lane right in behind that linebacker. Really well designed there and executed by the Greyhounds on 3rd down.
So big pickup now by the Greyhounds, and now they get into Snider territory. They'll give the ball off to the right. Oh! On the backside comes Kopke. Slows him down for a second. I think that was Hunt on the carry. And a Snider player slow to get up in the middle of the field. And that is Kopke slow, but he hit him hard in the hick. Smith was the carrier that time.
It was outside zone plays. The ball designed to hit on the wide or on the edge, outside the tackle tight end area. Again, the Snider Panthers flowing quickly to the football.
Schmidt on the carry picked up 1. Trip receivers now on the far side of the field. Clock under 8 minutes to go here in our 3rd quarter. Schmidt in the backfield now for the Greyhounds. Here's the snap. The give to Schmidt. He'll look left, then cut it into the middle and be met right there by Zach McDowell.
Tell you what, Ryan, just so impressed with these interior guys for Snider. McDowell and Johnson have just been outstanding all night. And again, that was a little power scheme where the backside guard pulls around. That gap just absolutely closes by McDowell and meets that ball carrier in the backfield. 3rd and 9 situation. Again, I can only remember 2 situations here, 2 scenarios that they convert on 3rd and long. We'll see how it goes here on this one.
Trip receivers now for Carmel to the far side, 1 to the near side. In the backfield is, I believe that is Hunt once again for Carmel. They'll go max protection. In the backfield comes, and there's a face mask on the Snider Panthers as Justin Kopke grabbed him right by the mask. We could clearly see it right where we were at, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty on the Panthers and an automatic 1st down for the Carmel Greyhounds.
Yeah, too bad. I tell you what, Kopke did a great job of getting to the quarterback. Great pass rush. Really had a great pass rush move to get there, and unfortunately just his hand, just grazed that face mask and pulled it. Certainly not intentional, but it's one of those things that's part of football that's hard to keep from doing, in a non-intentional way.
So the Panthers will give Carmel a 1st down here on a penalty here, and Carmel will keep the ball with exactly 7 minutes remaining here in our 3rd quarter. The winner of this game will take on either Crown Point, and it's only a 5-yard penalty. So that's a big difference there, Pat. Now it'll be 3rd down and 13.
Well, I'm not sure about that rule, how that works, only being a 5-yard penalty. But again, Snider's played great defense here. Keep it going. Get off the field here on this 3rd down situation. Get the ball back to your offense.
Right, and I think the defensive line has been able to get some pressure, and they've been able to play that zone behind it, and it has just not left any wide open areas for Carmel here in the 3rd quarter. Play clock down under 8 seconds. McDonald sees it. Now he'll jump back quickly and be ready for the snap. Here's a snap. Here's a play action. Snider rushes again. They'll take a shot deep. It's a good pass right on the mark to number 84. 84 on the catch. Ellison with a catch. That ball just thrown just behind him, but he was able to stop and catch it.
Well, Ryan, you mentioned earlier, taking a shot down the field. Well, Carmel did there. That was a 4 vertical play, so 4 receivers running vertically to attack that zone coverage. Got in behind the safety and made a great catch.
Here's a snap. Give to Schmidt. He'll go right up the middle, and he will score from 10 yards out. Actually, he'll score from 11 yards out. Will be Joey Schmidt.
Yep, inside zone play off the tempo. I tell you what, that's a really tough scenario after a big pass play to come right back, line up quickly, and run your base run play right in the teeth of that defense. The Snider defense had to run all the way down to get lined up. You're a little bit of fatigue there up front, and you catch them off guard with your base run play right inside. Well-executed series of plays there. 3rd down and long, converting on the four vertical pass play, come right back with tempo, and hit that inside zone play for a touchdown.
Fortier will line up to kick. Here's a good snap. The kick is up, and it is true. And Carmel answers Snider's touchdown with one of their own, and Snider leads 21-14 with 6:22 remaining here in our third quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Here's the kickoff. Fortier will kick it to the left side to Derricks. Derricks stumbles on the play, and the ball will roll. And that ball should have just been he should have let that ball roll out of bounds,
yeah,
Pat.
Absolutely. That ball would have been out of bounds and had great field position. Remind me again, in high school, they get it to 35 or 40 on it.
35.
35, yeah. Definitely lost some yards there. Just, again, young kid trying to make a play. A little bit nervous there. That ball may stayed in bounds. And I think it probably would have rolled out. Tough situation. Their ball's the 10-yard line here for Snider.
So Carmel gets a touchdown of their own with Joey Schmidt running it in from 10 yards or 11 yards out to bring Carmel within 7 with 6:22 remaining here in our third quarter. Snider will start deep in their own territory at their own 10. And they'll have Covington in the backfield with Hopper. One receiver, two tight ends. Snider shows everybody to the right side. Here's a straight drop. He'll look. Hopper will stand there, roll to his right. Now he'll throw the ball away, and there's a flag on the field, and there'll be a hold on the Snider Panthers. And it'll be a half the distance penalty back, and Snider will start now first and 15. Or will they take the play?
Well, no, tough call here for the Carmel coaching staff. Again, decent pass protection there. That's a long time waiting back there. Eventually, a hold's going to occur at some point. Pretty good pass defense there by Carmel once again.
So momentum swinging in the way of Carmel right now as a Hopper scrambled to his right, threw the ball. It was incomplete, but there was a holding on the Panthers. That will march them back down to their own 5-yard line now, and they will start first and second down. First down now. They've changed it out there, and we're ready to go. One receiver on each side for the Panthers. Covington in the backfield standing in his own end zone. Here's a snap. Quick throw to the right side. Caught right away by the Panthers. I believe that was Nockeson on the catch.
Again, taking what's available there, soft zone coverage, a little easy hitch route there, high percentage throw. Get it out of your hand quickly just in case that Carmel brings some type of pressure scheme there. Get it out of your hand quickly and give yourself some manageable situation. Now a second and long. See if they can get some positive yards here to make it a manageable third.
Spratt's on the tackle for Carmel as he's come in and played at the cornerback position. Here's a give to Covington. He'll run right, get a good push by his line, and there's another flag thrown right at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like it's going to be another hold on the Snider Panthers. And now we have another flag. This is probably an unsportsmanlike on maybe number 71, Randy Holtz. And now we've got a Carmel player actually putting his hand up in the air. Pat, so it'll be interesting to see what these two calls are. One's definitely a hold. I saw a Carmel guy get drugged down in the backfield.
Holding against the Panthers. That's declined.
Yes, and dead ball personal foul here to make this an extremely long second down situation.
So it looks like penalty may have been on number 58, Will Schwartz. He's going to come take a get talked to by Coach Tippmann, as he'll come off the field and he's going to hear it from his coach. Actually, no, I believe that might be Jackson Reed. And now Snider will have it second. It actually should be a loss of down, correct?
I believe so.
So it'll be third down and long for the Panthers.
Third and long, I would assume, is after the play.
So, yes, that unsportsmanlike was on Will Schwartz. And that'll push the Panthers back and be a loss of down because it was after the play. And now the Snider Panthers will have it third and 13 inside their own 5-yard line.
Pressure look here, big time. Here, Ryan. Now they'll bail out of it.
Here's a quick throw to the outside to Knoxon. Gets one block. He'll at least get out for a little bit better position for them to punt here. And Carmel will have great field position. And so after the bunch of penalties and a couple meltdowns there by the offensive line, Carmel will get the ball in good field position as Jack James will go back to snap, or go back to kick, and Dellinger will snap. And the returner for Carmel inside Snider territory.
Yeah, big scenario right here for the Panthers. James has been a weapon all year. He's got to have one of his best ones of the year right here.
Carmel shows like they're going to come and pressure the kicker here. Play clock down to 10.
It's like they're missing somebody here on the punt team.
Yeah, number 57. Snider's going to have to take a timeout.
Be half the distance here if they, well.
Look, they get the snap off, and it's snapped over his head and out of bounds, and it's a safety. As Simon Dellinger with an awful snap snaps it over his punter's head, and now it's a safety for the Carmel Greyhounds, and they will get the ball after the free kick by the Panthers.
Tough situation. You try to run a player on really, really late. Your timing is kind of messed up. You wonder if you're going to get the play off. There's a lot of things going through young players' minds there, and unfortunately a little high snap there. Again, try to take some positive out of this for Snider. Maybe a little better field position now to give the ball back to Carmel, as opposed to 2 points here is better than certainly 7, giving them a short field in a punt situation. If their defense can rise to the occasion here, kick the ball off well here, play good defense, get the ball back. Maybe that's not such a bad scenario there.
It does make an odd-looking score from this point on, though, Pat. So 21-16, 4:36 remaining. Now Snider will kick. I believe they kick from their 30. Actually, I think it's a 20. No, actually, I'm not sure. We've got one official standing right at the 30. So the Panthers will punt it, it looks like. No, they'll kick it off. So Jack James will kick off from his own 20, and Carmel will have fairly decent starting position.
You wonder if James will kick it deep here or do more of the sky kicking that they've been doing here as of late. But situation, again, you can't give Carmel too short of a field. Maybe a situation they want to kick it deep. We'll see. Well, he's angling again like it's going to be that sky kick to the wide side, the right side of the return team here towards the Carmel bench.
The wind blowing slightly now, just from the east. Well, now the flag goes completely still as they say it. Now Jack James is ready to kick off from his own 20. And we'll see if he goes deep this time on this kickoff. Here's the run-up. Looks like it's going to be that short. Puccino, he kicks it a little bit further downfield. It'll be received at about the 35 and quickly up the field. No, taken down right away and slammed to the turf. And now a penalty is going to be thrown. The officials are not going to let him play tonight. Wow. That's a tackle, actually, right?
Boy, it's a physical play. Again, is that one of those high school rules? You can't slam a player down. I don't know. I think it's still part of a tackle. It's the game of football, I don't think there was any type of malicious intent there to do anything other than make a great tackle. It's a great play there. I think that was France, I believe.
I'm not sure who it was.
I think it was number 11, France. It was an outstanding play on special teams.
I just think that the thing that I find so odd is there was an official standing like 4 feet from the play. He doesn't call it, but a guy way away from the play makes the call. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty on the Panthers, and Carmel will start now at the Snider 44-yard line.
Well, just when you think you have the field flipped back in your favor, off of the safety, boy, you give them an opportunity. And again, boy, it's a questionable call. It's one of those things. It's definitely a judgment call by the official. But Snider's got to respond here, Ryan. No question about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Carmel with momentum now. Clock down to 4:27 in the third. Snider leads by 5. Here's a quick throw, and we had a wide receiver right in front of us took off before the snap. That was number 3. Close was trying to get a head start. As Close got called for a false start. I saw him take off. He trying to read that snap before it was actually snapped there back to the
As a wide
quarterback.
receiver, you got to see the ball snap by the center. You really can't hear the snap count many times in an atmosphere like this. You got to see the ball snap.
So both teams need to keep their heads here. Snider with a multitude of penalties here in this third quarter that has allowed Carmel to get back into this game. And you can see the Carmel players over there all jumping up and down. They feel the momentum in their favor right now. Here's the snap. The give right up the middle to Hunt. He'll bounce it to the outside, and he'll have enough to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Good positive run there for the Greyhounds, a little power scheme, bring the backside guard around. Really good play there by the linebacker for Snider there to really force that thing back inside and made a play there, number 9. Heck of a job there.
So Kamari Hunt out of the game, not running the ball too much. It's number 21 in running the ball for Carmel right now. Here's a look again. He'll go deep. Sees a receiver out there, and it's going to be caught. Oh, they're going to call pass interference again on Hunter Causey. The ball was thrown behind the receiver, and it looked to be good coverage, but 2 flags come in, and it'll be interference on the Panthers. And 15 yards and a 1st down now for Carmel as they will move from their Snider 44 and get down around the 30.
Yeah, tough situation. Causey playing that vertical route very, very well, but throwing a little bit short. So as that receiver comes back, there's a little bit of contact there. And again, boy, officials love calling that thing, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. So 5 penalties here in the third quarter on the Panthers, 3 of them resulting in 1st downs for Carmel. And now the Carmel inside the 30, down to about the 29 of the Panthers. 3:39 remains here in our third quarter. Carmel will put 2 receivers to the near side, 1 on the top side. Schmidt in the backfield. Here's the snap to give to Schmidt. He'll run up the middle and have positive yards of about 1 yard there before he's brought down by Darius Morgan coming up from his cornerback position.
Great, linebacker movement there by Morgan. Really, got off the edge really quick and made that play just across the line of scrimmage. Really quick reaction play. I think it might be a little blitz there off the edge to get there. Heck of a job there by Snider.
2nd and 8 from the 27 now for Carmel. They've really got some good rhythm going to their offense now here in the third quarter. Boyan in motion there. They'll give it to Schmidt. He'll dance around and then have nowhere to go. He'll pick up about 1 yard as Lawrence Johnson with the big stop for the Snider Panthers. And it'll be 3rd and about a long 7 for Carmel.
That was the same exact play they ran on 1st down there. A little power scheme, bring the backside guard around. But again, outside backer for Snider really closes that thing inside, force it back into those great defensive linemen where they're making plays and covering those gaps up. Really heck of a play there by Snider.
This could be 4-down territory really for Carmel here.
I would think it would be.
Yeah.
In this situation, ball at the 26-yard line. Again, maybe you see a run here on 3rd down, see what you get, and have a manageable 4th.
Here's a straight drop back. It's a screen, a short throw, and there's a block in the back that's not called. And he's off to the races as Schmidt. And I think they caught either a holding or a block in the back.
Absolutely.
A couple of players. I know I saw a block in the back, so I'm not sure whether it's a holding or a block in the back on Carmel.
Yeah, the back judge had a really good angle on it.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, with that screen pass, there's a block in the back right at that point of attack where that ball was caught. There's that initial block that was from behind. Really great recognition there by the back judge. It's a tough one. No one else called it other than him from the very back. So absolutely great call there. No question about it.
So it'll be a 10-yard march off now against Carmel, and they will be pushed back to be 3rd and roughly 17 yards.
I would anticipate probably a safe call here, maybe some type of draw play or a safe run play, then see what you have on 4th down as a situation where you want to throw it on 4th. But I would not expect to see 2 throws here. I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Watch for the same screen play.
Could be. Screen was
they
pretty good.
picked up yards right there on that play. So will they go back to it?
Screen or a draw. Maybe the wide receiver screen we saw early in the game that was pretty close to breaking for him.
McDonald in the backfield with Schmidt. 2 receivers to each side. He'll turn, looking left, come back to his right, quickly over the middle, and boom, a big hit by number 30, Darius Morgan close to the first down. It'll be about a 4th and 1 now for Carmel. And they'll definitely go for it here.
I would assume Carmel got real aggressive there on 3rd down. Now they've got themselves in a run situation, getting a little in route, little square out pattern there by the slot receiver, then the in route from the number 1 receiver, the outside receiver. They'll hit that thing right in the zone. Really well thrown ball there by McDonald. Well executed there.
Now Carmel will bring in their tight end, and they'll keep Boyan in the game, their other tight end. They'll put him in the backfield with the quarterback McDowell, and that looked like Snider got moving a little bit too early. Offsides on Snider. It'll be a 1st down for Carmel, as I saw off the left side with some movement by the Panthers as they were in the neutral zone before the ball was snapped. And another penalty on the Snider Panthers. I don't know if he would have had enough for the 1st down.
It was right at it. It had been definitely a measurement situation, but again, one of those situations where you tempo, get lined up really, really quick, and snap it quickly. Again, Snider trying to make a play, get off the football quickly, just a little bit too quickly that time.
Snider running out some subs, and now they're going to bring Dalston Duff in and replace Brandon Cox. Carmel inside the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone once again here in the 3rd quarter. Here's a give to Schmidt. He dances around, breaks it through, and he's gone for a touchdown from 15 yards out.
Just unfortunate circumstance for Snider, just multiple penalties. I mean, it's a situation where, some questionable, some may be valid. But, just so many times that Snider defenses has to make stops, just time and time again. Eventually, a great team like Carmel is going to make plays and capitalize off those penalties. They certainly did that drive.
Yeah, they sure did. And Schmidt doing a nice job back there at running back. Now it's 22-21 Carmel. They have their first lead of the game. Here's a good snap. The kick is blocked by the Snider Panthers and then caught in the air.
Really surprised Carmel didn't go for 2 there, Ryan, to be honest with you. The way the math looks there, I'm really kind of surprised.
So Carmel leads 22-21 with 1:10 remaining here in our 3rd quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our support.
Fortier to kick off once again here in the 3rd quarter. He'll kick it deep down the left side. See if they let the ball go out of bounds. This time they will not. Derricks will bring it up the right side. Has a little opening there. Gets a block and then is knocked back. And he gets it out over the 25, maybe to about the 27. 1:03 remaining here in our 3rd quarter. The Snider Panthers, Pat, need to get their composure back.
Yeah, for sure. And again, just penalties just have absolutely, put them in a situation where, Carmel doesn't have to make a whole lot of plays, which, they made a few, but I tell you what, again, the penalties in that last drive, especially on the defense, just made things really, really tough for Snider to have to defend Carmel that many times. And again, this situation, Michael Hopper's been a playmaker all night, had a big play here in the 3rd quarter. Get him the football, give him a chance to run with it in space. Tell you what, they're doing a good job with their quarterback design runs. Let's see if we see one here.
Trip receivers to the near side for the Panthers, one to the top side. Here's a run by the quarterback Hopper again, and he'll pick up about 7 yards.
Yeah, just what we talked about, it was design quarterback draw. Again, he's been a dynamic player tonight, Michael Hopper, and give him an opportunity. Good 1st down play.
Yeah, the senior quarterback with positive yards once again for the Panthers. It'll be 2nd down and 3 from their own 28. The game clock now down to 37 seconds, a play clock at 20 seconds. So this could be our last play here of our 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Covington. He'll run to his left, pop through a hole, and have enough for the 1st down. And now he's still running with the ball and finally goes down after he picks up an extra half a yard. And that will probably be our last play here of the third quarter. Neither team getting up very quick, and the Snider Panthers not getting up to the line real quick. So we'll see if they decide to run another play here with just under 20 seconds to go here in our third quarter.
Really, really strong run there by Christian Covington. You know, one of the runs that he's made a great career out of, between the tackles, yards after contact. Great physical run.
And that will do it. We will go to the fourth quarter with Carmel leading 22-21 over the Snider Panthers. You're watching live high school championship regional football on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
The Panthers will have a first down here to start the fourth quarter. Here's a delayed play, and now we got another flag on the field, as it'll be a false start on the Panthers. I don't know if they're calling that on the wide receivers or not, if they're going forward and then going on the jet sweep there, and Maxwell gets caught on that play, and the Panthers now will have first and 15 as the penalty starting to mount up for the Panthers here in the second half.
Yeah, again, they got to settle themselves down here again. Covington, Hopper, got to settle this offense down.
And Maxwell has the ball hitting directly between the numbers in his chest and drops the ball. And that was a good pass by Hopper to Maxwell. Went right through the hands of one of the Carmel players on the left side. I believe that was 99 maybe in there, Fry, who had his hands up, and it went right between his hands, but the Snider wide receiver couldn't haul it in. It's like Covington in the backfield once again with Hopper. Trip receivers to the top side. Quick out pattern to screen play to Knoxon. He'll jump around one guy, and then he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Really smart conservative play there in a good way, though, by Snider. Getting the bubble screen out on the perimeter. Again, that's been a huge blitz down for Carmel. They actually showed blitz and bailed out of it, but again, good safe play. Great block there by Michael Ito Jr. on the perimeter, really to give Snider an opportunity at third and manageable.
Third and now 9 from their own 40. Covington in the backfield with Hopper. See if Carmel comes with some pressure. They will bring two guys right up the middle. And Hopper jumps around one guy, gets around one tackle. He'll have enough for the first down and more. So Hopper doing it with his feet that time for the Panthers.
Again, such a dynamic player, does everything, throws the ball well, so great extending plays in that situation, seeing the crease to get necessary yards, made a couple people miss. Just really a great play, an individual play there by a great quarterback.
So Snider into Carmel territory, down to the 48 of Carmel. First down, 11 minutes to go here in our final quarter from Spooler Stadium. Here's a snap, play action. He'll look, he's going to fire it over the middle, and it's intercepted by number 34, Ben O'Leary with the interception. The ball thrown behind the intended receiver, Simon Dellinger, and picked off by O'Leary, and Carmel will have the ball and will start right at midfield.
That was one of those situations, again, the bootleg, that's such a staple of Snider's offense. Again, those linebackers did not bite on that run fake. For whatever reason, O'Leary kind of sat right on that route. And, Hopper didn't see him. It's a tough situation. Quarterback rolling, right-handed quarterback rolling to his left, throwing it back across his body, and that linebacker just sitting right under that route.
So Carmel will start now from the Snider 48-yard line with 10:52 remaining here in our game. The winner of this will take on, more than likely, Penn. They are up big over Crown Point. Here's a snap. The give right up the middle. Schmidt will bounce it to the outside, and he'll have a big gainer, and will be run out of bounds inside the 35 down to the 32-yard lines. 2 flags on the field in the exact same spot. We'll see who this was on. It might, where they throw it was about right at the line of scrimmage. Holding on Carmel. Spot of the foul, so it'll march the Greyhounds back 10 yards.
Definitely saw the hold there on the edge of the tight end, engaging that outside linebacker as that ball bounced outside.
But Schmidt has taken over the running duties here in the second half. I don't know if Hunt was hurt or pulled something there. I saw him stretching after the first play that he was out there, so I don't know if he tightened up, but Schmidt has done a great job scoring 2 touchdowns here in the second half for the Carmel Greyhounds. First down and 18 from the Carmel 47. 10:40 remaining here in our final quarter. Tight end will go in motion and set up to the left side. They'll give it to Schmidt. He'll run right into the middle, bounce through the hole, and he's off to the races again, and he'll be close to first down yardage. So about a 16-yard gain for the running back Schmidt for Carmel, and it'll be second down now and about 2 yards.
That's a similar concept to the Snider blast play that they're known for. It's a power scheme. They bring that backside guard around. I tell you, Snider's really defended it well all night, and that was one of the few times that guard got up to that second level and that back could follow him and hit that little crease in between what we call the C and B gap area there. Really good run there by Carmel.
Snider had him in the backfield. He snuck through and picks up positive yards once again. Here's the snap. They'll give it nothing there that time. They'll lose yards. And I believe that was Lawrence Johnson on the tackle. And he makes a big play, a loss of about 2 yards. Third down and 5 now for Carmel. And this is a stop that Snider desperately needs.
Well, it's a situation. Your best players have got to rise to the occasion in this type of scenario. And, Lawrence Johnson being a Purdue commit, Big Ten player, he's got to play like one here. And he certainly did right there on that second down play.
Will the Greyhounds go with the screen? Once again, it worked to perfection earlier. If it wasn't for a hold, it would have been a huge pickup. Now McDonald giving the signals. Play clock down to 6, down to 5, 4, and they get the snap off. He'll look right, stay to the right. It's thrown to the right and caught for a first down. Ellison with the catch on the right side, and he gets extra yards after the catch. And it's a big-time first down for the Greyhounds.
Very, very tight window there for McDonald to fit that thing into. Really remarkable that he could. I tell you what, tight coverage there. Really thread the needle.
Yeah, there was a player in front and a player behind, and he did a great job of throwing that ball on just a straight zip pass right in there.
Yep, little curl route there right in the middle of the zone, and again, it's a tight window. Fit in there nicely.
Carmel now down to the Snider 32-yard line. First and 10, 8:50 remaining here in our game. Here's a snap. Give once again. Oh, there was another Lawrence Johnson getting up and wanting to know where the hold was at as one of the guys dragged him down from behind. The officials don't call, but it's a loss on the play for Carmel of about a yard.
Again, Lawrence has really risen to the occasion here, and I tell you what, we need to see it more and more because I tell you what, your best players, again, like I mentioned, have got to step up in a situation. 8 minutes to go in the game. You're down a point. We know that Carmel has to run the football to wind this clock down and grind out some first downs. So the run game has got to be defended. It all starts with those guys up front.
Carmel in no hurry here. They lead by 1 with 8 minutes remaining. Here's the snap to give to Schmidt again. Actually, yes, that's a Hunt on the carry, and he'll have close to first down yardage and will get it. So Hunt back into the game. We haven't seen him in a while. In fact, that's I think his second carry of the second half, and he'll pick up first down yardage.
With such a large offensive line, Ryan, I tell you what, they're big up front, especially at those guard positions. That's a time that Zach McDowell did get blocked. One of the few times you see him, really get blocked well. That really opened that crease up for the run play.
Carmel in the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone now. Down to the Snider 19. Once again, they're in no hurry. Hunt in the backfield with McDonald. Here's a snap to give to Hunt, and he'll run right into the teeth of the Snider defense, and he'll be dragged back after little or no gain. They'll give him about a half a yard on that, and now the Snider defense really needs to step up here and hold Carmel potentially to just a field goal.
And the big thing is, just sustain defending the run. I mean, they've done a great job at times. Snider's defense has been out here a long, long time in the second half. Now, are they fatigued? I'll tell you what, they need to get a big stop here. I'm assuming Carmel either some type of quick passing game or more run game here on second down.
McDonald in the backfield. The tight end in the backfield as well with Kamari Hunt. It's a play action. He looks, fires it over the middle, and nobody there other than a Snider player. And that would have been Darius Morgan was the only person that could have caught that pass.
We were kind of talking about, we thought Carmel would go to some type of play action at some point. They did there to attack the end zone. Really great job there by the secondary of Snider staying home and not reacting to that run play or that run fake, playing good defense.
3rd and 9 now from the Snider 19 for Carmel. This, it may be 4-down territory once again for Carmel.
It could be, I know they've got a pretty good kicking situation, but the kicker has been banged up, a little dinged up of what we were told by the Carmel staff.
And Snider blocked an extra point.
Sure. Not sure what his range is.
Yep, 2 receivers to each side for Carmel. Hunt in the backfield. Here's a snap, 3-step drop. He'll look, it's a screen thrown to the outside, and right there is Brandon Cox, and he will lose yardage to Kamari Hunt, loses about 3 yards, and now it'll be 4th down now, back to the 22, I believe, of the Snider Panthers. They'll mark it at the 25. So a field goal attempt coming on now from the 24-yard line to make it about a 41-yarder.
Interesting
or
call.
38-yarder, excuse me.
Interesting call there on the little tailback bubble screen. Snider really played that extremely well. Just fast black shirts to the football there.
Snider will line up heavy to the right side. They blocked an extra point. Here's the run up. The kick is long enough. Will it have the foot? It's short to the left, and Snider will take over. The game clock is continuing to run. The game clock is continuing to run. The clock was at 6:01 when the ball went through. I believe 6:01 or 6:02. I looked at the clock, and the clock continued to run. Should have about 6. There we go. They have reset it. And Snider will take over at their own 20-yard line with 6:01 remaining here in our 4th quarter.
Ryan, if I'm Snider here, it's a combination of Michael Hopper putting the ball in his hands and Christian Covington. Be smart with it. Do everything you can to not make a false start penalty, silly things that really plague them all evening. Just play really sound Snider Panther offense here, which I know that they can. Relax and get it done.
He'll give it to Covington. He'll go to the right, jump into the hole, and pick up about 3 tough yards. And Covington made the first guy miss, and when they do that, he usually he's always falling forward.
No question.
Yeah.
He runs well behind his pads. Did a great job of making that first man miss in the backfield to get positive yards.
Offered by the Indiana State this week, a scholarship to play for the Sycamores next year.
It just made us sick, Ryan.
I know.
St. Francis, we love this guy.
Here's a snap. He'll look right, throw to Knockason. The defender falls down. Oh, if Knockason would have turned that and stayed inside, he would have had enough, probably a bigger gain than what he has. It'll be a 1st down. Knockason out over the 35 now for the Panthers.
Well, I really like Snider's approach here, Ryan. I tell you, the first 2 calls, Christian Covington on their base run play, give him an opportunity, then quick passing game. Again, Carmel's played pretty passive zone all evening, giving those quick throws, take what's available. Again, you got plenty of time, timeouts in your favor. Take your time and put something together.
Here's a quarterback run once again. Ooh, man. And number 47 comes up and lays a lick on Hopper after he hits the ground. Wow.
That's a design quarterback power game where you create the jet sweep to one direction, in that case the left, and bring the guard and tackle back around on the run play. This was a design quarterback run, and giving your great athlete a chance with the ball in his hands is always smart. Well executed play there by the Panthers.
And there's a jump off sides by number 5. Number 5 jumps off sides, and that'll give Snider a free 1st down. That's Tommy Sprance, who jumped offside for Carmel.
Carmel showing a corner blitz that time. There's a corner coming off the wide receiver showing that blitz and jumped off sides. And something they may be dialing up here in a minute. So make sure they need to make sure in the passing game they have that cover, that corner blitz.
Snider will go 2 tight ends to the left, single receivers to each side. In the backfield, their big running back Covington. He looks, tries to bounce it to the outside, jumps through the hole again, and picks up about 4 yards and gets right to the 50-yard line.
Stretch handoff there, so it's a wide hitting play, the outside zone play. Really, really good point of attack blocking there up front by the Panthers. And again, that's just something Covington does so well, reading those blocks, and whether to hit it on the edge or cut it back, that's what he really does so well. Great first down call.
Panthers probably need about another 25 for a manageable field goal attempt. Clock ticks down to 4 minutes. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 50. And Carmel showing blitz, and here it comes, and they will get Hoppered in the backfield. Man, they brought everybody.
Again, that's been a major blitz tendency for the Carmel Greyhounds there. On 2nd down, they really, really bring that blitz. Great scheme there, well executed. That's one of those things. I wonder if Hopper was trying to get out of that play. Look, he's trying to audible something, maybe not got it communicated properly. Again, that's a situation they've got to get the ball out quickly, especially the 2nd long situations where Carmel's really dialed those extreme blitzes.
3rd down and long for the Panthers. 3rd and about 12 as Joey Schmidt went off the field there. He was injured on that play. And Carmel showing everything again. They've got 9 guys on the line of scrimmage basically. They're showing blitz. Will they stay in it? They'll back out. They'll bring a corner blitz. A quick throw to the outside, high and out of the hands of Knockason. And Snider will have to punt the ball away with 3:06 remaining, or will they go for it here?
It's a tough call. You have 3 timeouts. It's a tough call. It's something you have a great call here on 4th and 12, or do you punt the thing down? Looks like they're going to punt it away here and play defense.
And the snaps have not been good tonight for the Panthers. They need a good one here from their snappers. Simon Dellinger back to Jack James, and Jack James has the foot to put this ball inside the 10. And we'll see if the Panthers really do punt here. They've got some receivers still out on the field. There's a good snap. The kick is away, end over end. And now it'll take a big Snider hop, and it will go down and go inside the 10, down to about the 7. So the Snider Panthers will pin Carmel back in their own 7-yard line.
Just a perfect executed rugby punt there. And again, you hit the thing on the edge, a little running start, and let the thing roll as you strike it. I tell you what, that was just about as carbon or the picture perfect rugby punt scenario there. And again, well executed there by James. But again, he's been a weapon all night, all season. Just a stellar player, both in the place kick and kickoff duties and punt.
So the Panthers need a 3 and out here. They've got 3 timeouts remaining. Carmel gets a 1st down. It could be tough for Snider to get the ball back. There's only 2:54 remaining here in our game. The winner of this will take on Penn next week. Penn will have a home game either way.
You can expect Snider to call a quick timeout here after 1st down.
Snider shows blitz. They'll back out. They'll give the ball to Schmidt. He'll run to the right and pick up about 2 yards. And Snider will take a timeout. I see the official. Yep, they will take a timeout. We'll stay right here. So, Pat, you'll find out who your opponent will be here shortly at St. Francis in the NAIA tournament. And any thoughts on who you might get?
We're not real sure. We're fortunate enough to have finished undefeated in the regular season and won our league and finished number 1 nationally. So we get the opportunity to host 3 playoff games. Obviously, it's a winner go home situation in the tournament play. But we're put ourselves in a really good situation. That's all we could ask for, and just had just an outstanding season. Fortunate enough to win the national championship last year. So you start the season number 1, and we were going to be able to go start to finish with that same ranking to put ourselves in a strong situation for the playoffs, being at home here in Fort Wayne.
And you mentioned earlier that every year you've started your first round in snow. So are you predicting snow for next Saturday here in Fort Wayne?
I wouldn't bet against it. Hopefully get a team from the south to come up. We've been fortunate enough a few times to have a team from from the southeastern part of the United States that have never played in snow. It's been a little bit of advantage for us over the years.
I believe last year your game you couldn't even see the players at time. It was snowing so hard.
Well, we had everything that day. We had snow. Then actually the sun came out and melted it off. So there's a little bit of everything with the weather.
2:46 remaining here in our 4th quarter. Carmel with the ball at their own 10. 2nd down and 7. A 1st down here. They could just about ice the game away, could the Greyhounds, and move on to the semi-state once again. Here's a snap, a low snap. And he's close to the 1st down, and he'll run a little bit further out and be really close to a 1st down. Yardage will be, I believe that was Hunt on the carry. And they're going to give a 1st down to Carmel, and they'll be able to run some more time off the clock. So Snider's going to use up all their timeouts now on defense for sure, Pat.
Yeah, I would assume here, Coach Tippmann may wait here just a second, let this this first down play take place, and then call a timeout then. Again, it's going to be tough here. Start doing some quick math here. I think if
and now we've got a whistle on the field as the official's coming over to maybe talk to, I'm not sure what the confusion is here. So I'm not sure when that clock restarted. What, 2:40 something maybe? I'm not so sure. I don't know if the play clock got started either.
I don't believe Coach Tippmann called timeout.
No, there was no timeout. So the officials are going to come over and talk to Coach Tippmann, and he's going to relay up here what the time probably should be. Maybe 2:44. So they're going to reset the clock to 2:46, and then they will start the clock, and the play clock will start. I don't believe the play clock ever started after the first down for Carmel. Even if they stop them here 3 and out, they're going to have very little time if they get the ball back.
Yeah, again, Coach Tippmann's got to be really, really particular when he calls his timeouts. So I would assume he let first down go, called on second and third down. So hopefully get the ball back. I would assume just about under a minute, it looks like. If they have to, obviously they got to get 2 stops here. They get a timeout on third down and have them obviously hold. Again, if I had to guess, 45, 50 seconds I would assume here, Ryan, with the first down play taking place.
And they move the clock to 2:37, so 9 more seconds went off the clock there. They wind the clock. The play clock is running as well. 2:30, and Carmel will come up to the line now. 1st and 10 from their own 18. In the backfield is Hunt, and Snider will be selling out on the run here for sure. Here's a snap. The give is to Hunt. He's dragged down from behind by Darius Morgan, and Coach Kurt Tippmann will take a timeout with 2:13 remaining here in our 4th quarter. And we'll take a timeout. You're watching regional championship action here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
2:13 remaining here in our 4th quarter. Carmel has the ball, 2nd and 8 from their own 20. They get a first down here, and basically they can run the clock out and move on to the semi-state where they'll take on Penn next week for the right to go to Lucas Oil Stadium to play in the championship game over Thanksgiving weekend. So the Panthers, once again, they will be up to the line as they will stack people up there, anticipating another run. Schmidt in the backfield now for Carmel. Here's a snap, and there was a jump on the left side of Carmel. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. And the clock's got to be reset to 2:13. The clock should be at 2:13. It's an untimed down there, Pat, so they've got to reset that clock. Those 3 seconds could be huge.
Absolutely, no question. Getting big help there for the Snider defense. Again, Coach Tippmann smartly called timeout on first down, really putting Carmel in a situation on 3rd and long. They have to run a play. Probably keep the ball on the ground the entire time. That's what I would do, certainly, if I was Carmel with a 1-point lead. Milk the clock as much as you possibly can. Snider can stop it one more time here with one more timeout remaining.
And now Carmel 2nd down and 13 from their own 15. The play clock starts moving now. And I really don't believe Carmel will throw the ball at all the rest, unless they go with a screen play. It's the only thing I can think of.
Even then, Ryan, it's awfully risky, and certainly you don't want to stop the clock and help Snider out.
Snider will bring in some more defensive linemen. Quickly into the middle comes, I believe, that Hunt on the carry. He'll pick up very little. It'll be third down now and long for Carmel. Will they keep the ball on the ground? Snider stops the clock with 2:08 remaining here in the regional championship game at Spooler Stadium. Don't forget, tomorrow night here on SummitCitySports.com, we'll have girls basketball action as the Lady Cadets of Concordia, 2-0 on the season, will travel to Northrop and take on the Bruins. The Bruins with an outstanding dynamite trio of outside shooters in Hughes, Dubé, and Thatcher. Three outstanding shooters for Northrop. They look to put up big points, but they'll have an issue on the inside as Concordia will come in with the Craig sisters, one standing 6'2", and she had 6 block shots the other night against Belmont, and Concordia has one heck of a guard themselves, Carissa Garcia, who's been able to hit big-time three-pointers this far early in the season for the Lady Cadets. And now all the fans on their feet for Snider. 2:08 here to go in our game. First down here, Pat, and the game will be over.
Yeah, I mean, against a situation, if I'm Carmel, I still probably run, my safest, best run play if I was them. Or again, like you mentioned, maybe a very, very safe screen. But again, you got to keep the clock running if you're Carmel.
If you're Snider, you got to be really disciplined here. You got to still play the run. Be prepared. Here's a blitz. And he'll turn up field and get out over the 20, but it'll be fourth down. And it's going to be, let's see, the play clock, 30 seconds. So Snider could get the ball back with about 1:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. But you got to remember, Snider's darn near blocked 2 punts here in this game, so they will be coming after the ball. And David Knockason and Derricks will go back to receive for the Panthers, and it is imperative that they either catch the fair catch it here, because they will get good field position. They need to fair catch it. They don't want to let the ball roll.
No question about it. You got to field the football to save any type of yards you possibly can here.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Timeout on the field, Carmel, as they will let it run all the way down, and 1:24 remain here in our fourth quarter as Carmel will take a timeout, and we will take our final timeout here of the game. You're watching regional championship action on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced DRs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
We're back live here with 1:24 remaining in our game. Carmel to punt from their own 8-yard line. A high snap, good catch. The kick is away. It's a high kick, fair catch. No, and right here's what we talked about, Pat. You have to catch that ball.
Yeah, again, he lost about 7 yards of field position there. Again, the roll really could have been a lot worse, certainly. But, yeah, I want to try to field that football. I tell you what, again, Snider's got a great weapon with her kicker, James, Ryan. I tell you what, again, if they can get the thing, I would guess to about the 30-yard line, would you guess? It's about his range, so they're going to need –
and so
30, 35 yards of offense here to move the football to get in James's range, I would assume.
Yeah, and then you think Snider may have to take a little bit of a vertical shot here at some point.
I think they do. The first and foremost here, I'm anxious to see what Carmel's approach is going to be, because I tell you what, when they've gotten pressure, they've really gotten pressure with their blitz schemes. Is it going to be more of a passive zone and play pass defense, keeping things in front of them, or are they going to pressure Hopper?
I think they're going to pressure him.
We're about to find out.
Yep, we sure are. 1:13 remaining, the ball at the Snider 31. Here's a snap, a play action. He looks now. They'll throw it back to Covington. He'll get a block out there to the left. He'll run down the left side and go out of bounds for a first down. A little misdirection there by the Panthers.
Beautiful call there by the Snider Panthers. Again, off their little bootleg pass, screen back to one of their best players, Christian Covington. Got great flow to one direction, screen back the other. Also, get the ball out of bounds. Beautiful execution there by the Panthers.
The Panthers out to their own 44 with 1:04 remaining. Here's a drop. Some good protection. He looks, fires deep down the middle. Oh, and ball's tipped and it falls to the ground. Looking for Lito on that play, and Spats back there on the defense for Carmel. So they did take that shot deep.
Boy, I like the call, Ryan, to be honest with you, because I tell you what, it's going to make those corners and safeties think about that vertical threat. Now do you come back with a speed out or a comeback off of that vertical release that could be there? I know Michael Lito's got great speed. He's a guy that could get that separation and maybe get a speed out or a comeback throw and get you out of bounds.
2nd down and 10 now for the Panthers. Here's the rush. He looks outside, throws it outside to number 2, Knockason. He'll pick up about almost 9 yards. We'll say 8 yards now that they've respotted it. So a 3rd down and 2 for the Panthers, and they're now in Carmel territory with 53 seconds remaining here in our game. I think they still need to get down inside the 30 for a good field goal attempt.
And Snider can take some time here if they need to. They're out of bounds. They can discuss the play.
Here's a snap. He'll look, fired over the middle, has a wide open Knockason. He catches it and fumbles the ball, and Carmel gets it, and that will do it for the Snider Panthers. As David Knockason is hit, he fumbles, and Carmel comes up with the ball with 45 seconds to go, and they say it is a fumble, and that will do it. And Carmel is going to come away with a victory here at Spooler Stadium as Knockason was wide open down the middle of the field, Pat, and just bad timing for a turnover.
Just unfortunate there for Snider. What a great play. I tell you what a great throw by Hoppert and catch. It's just one of those things, the kids try to make a play, extend the play, break a tackle, and unfortunately, put the ball on the ground. And unfortunate circumstance, no question about it.
This could be our final play of the game here. Carmel will move on next week, and they will play against Penn, and that game will be at Penn. So Carmel just needs to kneel it down one time, and they will be your regional champions as Knockason fumbles the ball, and they would have been in great field position to kick a field goal to end the game. And looks like we've got to run one more play. There's about a 3-second difference, and Carmel need to just kneel it down, and that will be it. And that does it here from Spooler Stadium. Carmel will win tonight 22-21 over the Snider Panthers. Carmel will move on next week and play the Penn Kingsmen at Penn. Snider will end the season 11-1. Another great season by the Snider Panthers, but it will come to an end tonight as they lose to the Carmel Greyhounds in what was an outstanding game. We will take a 4-minute timeout, and we will come back with final thoughts here from Spooler Stadium. You're watching Regional Championship Football on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process. by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
We're back here for the final time as the Carmel Greyhounds defeat the Snider Panthers 22-21. And one heck of a game here at Spooler Stadium. They will move on. They are the defending 6A state champions. They will move on next week and play Penn at Penn next week on Friday night at Penn High School. Well, the scoring got started late in the first quarter. It was Snider on the board first when Michael Hoppert hit David Knockason from 20 yards out. That capped a 51-yard drive, and the Panthers on the board 7-0 at that point. Then with just 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Kamari Hunt runs it in from 1 yard out for Carmel. That capped a 59-yard drive. The extra point was good. We were all tied up at 7. Then it was Hoppert calling his own number in the third quarter at the 11:37 mark. He runs it on just a 3-play drive, runs it from 70 yards out, runs it all the way in, untouched. The extra point was good. The Panthers lead 14-7 at that point. And then after a quick turnover, the Panthers on the board again at the 10:17 mark when Hoppert hit Simon Dellinger from 2 yards out. The extra point was good. And Snider at this time we thought was in control, 21-7 at this point. And then in the third quarter, it was Carmel on the board at the 6:22 mark when Schmidt runs it in from 10 yards out, caps a 64-yard drive. Carmel cuts the lead to 7, and then the Snider Panthers get deep in their own territory with under 5 to play, and they snap the ball over the head of their punter. It goes out of bounds, and it's a safety for Carmel at the 4:36 mark, and they only trail Snider 21-16 at this point. And then with just 1:10 remaining in the third quarter, Carmel scores again when Schmidt runs it in from 15 yards out this time. The capped a 44-yard drive. And Carmel at this time led 22-21. Snider had a late chance, but they fumbled it away as they got the ball down around the 20-yard line. A big hit on their wide receiver, Knockason, jarred the ball loose, and Carmel was able to recover with about 40 seconds to go. And they take 2 knees, and they will head on to play next week at Penn. Thoughts on the game, Pat?
I tell you what, what a great football game first and foremost. Again, two great teams going head to head here tonight, and boy, you got to tip your cap to Snider. I tell you what, they fought awfully hard, but mistakes really plagued them. Penalties, and some a couple other things that some mistakes that you don't see a lot from Snider. But again, against a great team like that, you can't make those mistakes and expect to win the game. But I tell you what, they had plenty of opportunities, and again, I think overall played a very, very strong game. Again, I'm very, very impressed with Snider. I mean, they're a 5A school playing at the 6A level. They're about half the size of Carmel High School. I mean, it's true. It's true. And again, Carmel's a school of 4,500 people. So just take tip your cap to a school that doesn't have the numbers and the depth and things like that to play like they did tonight against the defending champion. Just very impressive. And again, it's a great coaching staff, great program. Played very, very well tonight. Just a couple bounces and a couple mistakes, really hurt them in the end.
So Snider will end their season 11-1. Carmel will move on. They improved to 8-4 on the season, and they will take on Penn next week. Snider, don't be upset, Snider fans. Their JV team went undefeated this season and had an outstanding season. They will lose seniors, but they have a great plethora of talent at the lower levels, and they will have an outstanding freshman class coming in as the Blackhawk Braves this year win the city championship in middle school, and those kids all feed into Snider. So fear not, Snider faithful. They will be back next year. So that will do it here from Spooler Stadium. I want to thank my entire crew here tonight as they braved the cold weather with me. Pat, good luck to you guys in the national tournament.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me.
Our final score here, 22-21 for my entire crew. We thank you for watching tonight. You've been watching live high school regional championships on SummitCitySports.com.